Good evening, good morrow, and good day, and welcome to another edition of Slice and Dice here with the Manylands campaign. Now, I know this particular session has been a little while coming. We've been a bit of a build-up before today because of unforeseen circumstances. We had to cancel the last session, but that was fine because we had other stuff to put in its place. But I'm pleased to say that now we're back with the all-important session 75, which will include, of course, the trial of the 7 deaths. And joining us tonight are, of course, our players. So you can see we've got all of them at the moment. Obviously, Angelique's off for a little while. First bit of news is that Angelique's going to be off for the next couple of months. We wish her well and hope that she gets everything sorted as soon as possible and is able to come back refreshed and ready to go in a few months' time. So that means that Brina will still be active today, but we will be kind of pushing her to a little bit to one side, provided she survives, of course, whatever happens today. And we will, of course, also be joined by Marta later on. She's going to be a little bit late, but never fear, she will be here because we need all hands on deck for what's going to take off tonight. So before we get down and dirty into the action and into the trial of the 7 deaths at the pit that's coming up, first of all, a couple of shameless plugs. So first of all, guys, anybody have any shameless plugs they'd like to share with the audience?
It won't be a plug, but I'll show off some new dice because they're pretty.
Yes.
Shameless plug.
With maybe like a D8.
Show us the Hydrans.
Ooh,
Oh my god,
pretty.
yes. Love that font.
That feels so Leo as
Oh,
well.
They're
yeah.
like really like black raspberry. They're like purple and blue mixed. They're full of little gold bits.
And the
Whereas,
font is glorious as
font
well.
is so delicious.
Now, you know what? As you were holding a
That doesn't look
D8,
sharp.
and I'm guessing these are Leo
Ooh.
dice, you leveled up at the
He's
end
got
of
a
the
Yes.
last session.
Yes,
we
yes,
should
yes,
probably do this
yes.
now before we actually get into the
Yes.
game
Oh,
proper. So
okay.
do you want to roll your D8, see how many hit points you get
See.
added on, because you might need them.
See if we can get the camera. Is that visible?
Yes, yep.
Okay, let's. Box is going to maybe
Yep,
fall over. if I
we can
roll
see
it.
that.
Prop it up a little more for safety. Okay, here we go.
Oh, no. I knew it was immediately going to go to the back where we couldn't see it. All right,
Oh,
pull
hold
the
on.
tray a bit, pull the tray. Oh!
Yes.
You get to re-roll a 1, if I remember rightly.
Are we re-rolling ones?
Yes.
Should we re-roll a one?
It's your call.
Because it would
Go
be
on,
0
then.
for you with the con negative.
Yeah, but it's a minimum of one. It's
Oh,
always
that's right.
one.
It's always
Yeah.
at least one. Yeah.
That's why I have any health because I've
Come
rolled
on,
twos
3.
and ones. Okay.
You get 1 again, though.
Oh, hello. That is a 6.
Oh!
Nice.
5 extra hit points going Leo's way. Now, unfortunately, the character sheet, the little mini character sheet up on our notice board for Leo won't have been updated, but I'll get round to that ahead of next time. In fact, is Bruk on level 7 now as well?
No,
He's
Brucon
not.
hasn't leveled yet.
Okay,
He's
good.
He's getting pretty close, but he's
Yeah,
not
pretty
there
close.
just yet.
Who knows?
If we
he
survive
survives
this fight,
today,
there's
perhaps.
a reasonable chance.
Yes.
Not great. He's gonna need a lot of XP out of this fight to level up.
There could be
this
quite a
section,
haul tonight, especially, if not all of you survive, because that will, less to divvy up XP with. So that's, that's all good. Anyway, before we get into some more shameless plugs from me.
Shameless plug.
So first of all, I'm very pleased to report that The Cage will be back this time next week. It's Thursday. Well, in fact, it will be Thursday from 6 p.m. on our YouTube channel. The next session will be dropping then. And in celebration almost, we've got our own Pavel has subscribed to Tier 1. That he's on a 10-month streak now. Thank you so much, Pavel. Finally bumped into
absolutely.
y'all. He's getting on for a year being subscribed to us, Pavel. It really means so much. Thank you so much. Oh, he also, when he subscribed last time, I didn't even read it up at the time, but it was "Hoo-ah, motherfrackers." Whereas this time it was a little more toned down, which I appreciate because the bots don't get funny about that, so that's good. So anyway, yes, The Cage will be back with session 15, and it is a nail biter. It's another stumbling across a massive kind of combat scenario, which kind of is what this session could well turn out to be. So don't miss that. That'll be on our YouTube channel going live. That's next Thursday from 6 p.m. British Standard Time. And then one more shameless plug.
Shameless plug.
This was it was unexpected that it was going to be launched as soon as it was, but because of our change in scheduling when the last Manylands session was meant to be, I brought it in early. So the Baldoa video series has now launched. The first episode, which with all art by our own Gerald Dereth art, some fantastic sketches, and of course the gorgeous character art from Evil Owl Loki. I have it on good authority. Those are their real names. Along with my voiceover as well, which is, okay, I guess. And some lovely music as well, narrating the adventures of our group in Baldoa. So you'll get to discover the heroes of the story, or at least the 5 members of the adventuring party, how they come together, and what sort of why they're brought together, and what is in aid of. All of the first session has now been had all its art done, and it's dropped on our YouTube channel. You can check that out right now. And because it's adapted from the podcast series as well, which is kind of more like an audio story, each chapter is relatively short. It's this one I think is 13 minutes long, so it's not going to use a big chunk of your day like if you're putting on a session of this, for instance. So it really is something you can just binge watch once we start getting a few more sessions done. So go check that out for yourself again on our YouTube channel. There's a link to that by clicking the catch up button and the YouTube logo on our Twitch page. It'll take you straight there. And also a big thank you to all of our most recent followers and subscribers on YouTube. We've amped it up. We're getting close to 100 subscribers on YouTube now, which is very, very exciting. Thank you for the support, and keep doing so, because once we get to 100, we get our own personalized YouTube subscribing address thing, so it's not just series of numbers and letters that make no sense, which would be really cool. So hopefully we'll get there one day. But anyway, enough of that. Enough shameless plugging. Enough shameless plugging. I had to just change the map because it was just too much shameless plugging going on. Without any further ado, let's jump in with tonight's session here in the Manylands campaign on Slice and Dice. And we are back. So, last time in the Manylands campaign, our group here, after having their official meeting with the king, an audience with the king of the Dragonborn Kingdom, King Zarndak, were sentenced to the trial of the 7 deaths, to prove their innocence, to prove that they are not spies from Periaptic, and that there is nothing else nefarious going on with the group at large. Neris also is attending the trial to prove that she is not either a spy or one of the Red Mages, or in fact one of the spawn of Ushtag, one of those marked by Ushtag, or perhaps linked to Clan Ushbek, an exiled clan of Dragonborn from many eons ago. Leoberin was given diplomatic immunity. However, he, after speaking to the king and being a half-elf of much honour from Loranlas, agreed to take part in the trial nevertheless, and signed a waiver to assure that there will not be any friction in diplomatic relations between Richir and their neighbouring Loranlas across the westuary from them. So, once those politics were over with, and Seth also offered information about the Red Mages to Zarndak in the hopes that this would ease their sentence or ease the trial for them in some way. It remains to be seen if that happened or not. But while this was happening, the rest of the group tried to ascertain some more information about what this trial of the 7 deaths could be, what these 7 deaths could be. And after supplying one of the guards with some gnomish trinkets that they had earned in their fights in the Underdark, one of the guards pointed them towards the green sector of Herthir, and in there, because the green sector is known for trading in secrets and information, much like the Green Dragon, of which it was named after, Salacen. And in fact, the Salacen Inn was the pub that they were directed towards. So the party, without further delay, decided to head straight over to the green sector, accompanied by guards, of course, because the royal guards, because Herthir can be a bit dangerous for those who do not know the area and not worldly wise. And equally, the green sector is very easy to get lost in because of the haze that covers the area. But fortunately, the party linked arms, went on through there, and despite Brucon going a bit wayward, Malar's natural 20s kept him on the straight and narrow twice, actually, which was quite incredible. There we go. You eventually got to the Salacen Inn after some awkward information gathering by your chief spymaster Malar, offering a glass of water, asking for a glass of water, and then any information about the 7 deaths. Surprisingly, after supplying them with some gold, you eventually got Neris and Malar, who were the only ones who could speak Draconic at this point, to speak to some informants who know of this creature. And it turned out it was one creature with 7 heads that you would be facing. And after some deliberation, you guys have arrived at the conclusion that this could be a Hydra that you'll be facing tomorrow. So with that information, you headed back home as you're staying at the palace. However, before arriving there, you stopped by the blue sector and the gambling den of Caladan. That was it, of Caladan, Lambold, who is sort of runs all of the blue sector and is self-proclaimed richest dragonborn in the kingdom. He, after speaking to you guys, decided to come up with a wager on whether you would survive the encounter, whether you would defeat the beast or not. After some interesting tactics in changing odds repeatedly every time he was questioned, eventually you guys landed on a figure. I believe it was
50 to 1.
50 to 1 odds.
50 to 1.
50 to 1 odds that over half the party would survive, and that you would defeat the monster. Not necessarily slay the monster, but defeat the monster. So that was the odds that you were offered, and you took it. In fact, you offered quite a lot of gold.
2,100.
Which I wrote down, but apparently it's not in this book, unless I used
2,100.
Yes, that's right. I don't know why it's not here. This is confusing me. It might be in the other book. I've got 2 books now.
It's in my
all
notes.
going wrong. But yes, 2,100 gold. So there's a lot of gold that potentially you guys are going to walk away with if you survive. That's a very small detail. Anyway, once that bet was placed, you went back to the palace and found some items that had been gifted to you by the king. He had spoken privately with Leoberin and confessed that actually this was more for keeping up appearances and to also see if you guys were up to the task of looking into who is actually responsible for the assassination attempt against King Zarndak, and in fact the murderer of his wife, the Queen, and his son, the Prince, who were both brutally murdered about a year ago. And he believes that it could be the head of at least one of the clans that are within the city, and as hoping that should you survive this, that you'll then prove that you're not working for them, and that equally that you will be beyond reproach, and so will be a useful party to carry out the deeds for him, because it seems that most other people in the Dragonborn Kingdom have their own motives, and since you're new here, you can probably be trusted if you survive. That was sort of was laid on the table, and so as a sort of peace offering to try and alleviate and make things easier for you in this battle to come, you were offered some magical items. Now, that's where we're going to pick things up so that we can, so you can show us or tell us who's taking what. We had the cloak, we had the Periapt, and we had Brina had a scroll, I believe, in her spellbook.
Yeah.
Which she's going to be looking at, as well as doing some. I think she was going to do some identify on some stuff. That's right. She was going to identify the items, wasn't she? So okay. So once she identifies the items, it comes back to you. So this necklace is a It's kind of got like a heartish shape to it. It closes your wounds. It should stabilize you if you're dying. Maybe it could stop you dying. It's called, I think it's just called a Periapt of wound closure. And this cloak...
Slowly turn the head to Leo.
And this cloak also, like the note says, it protects you. It's called a cloak of protection. And it should, it's not hardy or anything, but the magic about it means that you're less likely to, you're more likely to avoid getting damaged by all sorts, really. It's quite nice, actually.
Oh, I think I'll take that, little miss. Thank you.
Okay, I guess it's yeah. And she kind of holds it out because while she's been with it, it's shrunk down to her size. The cloak, so it kind of gives it to you, and it's like looks more like a handkerchief when you take it. But then as you
the bib of protection.
The scarf of protection.
So you can spend an hour attuning to the item, because I believe you need to attune to either of those items. So Malar's going to take the cloak, and who's taking the Periapt?
I think Leo?
Isn't Leo maxed on attunement?
I think he
no,
had one
you got
slot
two.
left, but
I thought we worked out it was better to put it on someone else, or am I imagining that?
you might be right.
We can
think we said
double
you.
check that.
What was the actual thing it did?
Stops you dying so easily.
It means you stabilize if you're dying at the start of your turn, and I think you also get more health back when you spend hit die.
Oh yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
hang on, you
there's
take
like-
it.
Sorry.
I might actually survive a hit, so it might actually work these days. I was more thinking of if I take one hit and I'm instant dead, the Periapt doesn't do anything.
That's true, yes. And
That's the
the reason
spirit.
why you didn't want to give it to Malar was because it only stabilizes you, so you can't get back
Yeah.
up without being healed. And obviously, if the cleric's down, then you've got less healing magic to throw around.
Yeah.
The other, like either of Seth or Brucon might be in a position like, just on a kind of tactical level. Brucon is probably the person most likely to get into trouble while bloody miles away, just because of how quick he is. So
That's true.
maybe something that makes him a bit less vulnerable to getting picked off while off on a solo mission. Maybe that's a good idea.
These are only for this fight, are they not? Or are we getting these long term?
It hasn't been
we-
disclosed
all
to
we-
you.
All we know is that we've got them right now.
Okay.
We're keeping them long term.
Steph's gonna be
Well,
like,
we're going
"What
to try.
item?"
We're going to intend. We're going to try and do that for sure. But yeah. Anyway, I mean, I don't think it makes a huge difference for this fight, but I think there's a certain logic to having it on Brucon. Although, having said that, if Brucon does need to use it, there's a good chance something's gone horrendously wrong anyway. But you never know.
Yeah. Yep, no problem. I think because I think James asked me actually earlier in the week, just to clarify, in case you were thinking it, you may not have. I don't know, but the quickened healing with key points that Brucon can do with his martial arts die, that is not affected by the Periapt. It's only when you spend hit
I'm
die.
aware. I'm aware.
Just cool, good. All right, so with that out of the way, you guys divvying up the items and strategizing and planning how best to see out the events tomorrow as they unfold. At approximately 1 minute to midnight, one of the Dragonborn Guard shows up. And
yeah. We were all thinking it.
and just stands in the doorway and calls, Norris. And in Draconic, says something to her, and she just kind of turns back to the rest of you. I gotta go tell them what I decided to do. And I'm gonna fight with you guys. I'm not going on my own. I'm not stupid.
Excellent.
Good choice.
So she's then whisked away to go for an audience before the king. But obviously, you guys won't see that because you're not there. But anyway, some minutes later, about sort of 15 minutes later, it's not that long a time, she then returns to the rest of you and your quarters. So is there anything else you guys wanted to take care of this evening, or are you ready to get some rest? Because remember, at first light is the trial. So
I feel, Brucon's going to have one meditation with the bowl, the singing bowl.
Ah, yes.
Because some of those effects are non-magical, or at least they don't involve casting spells. It's obviously all a bit magical, but it seems like maybe there might be something going on.
Yeah, because you remember it worked momentarily before, and then the anti-magic field blocked what you were doing. Yes.
Exactly. So D100 and add 6. I literally rolled a 1.
Oh, wow.
So no effect. No effect. That is, rolling a 1 on a D100 is extremely difficult to do.
Yeah.
What's weird is that normally it's the best possible roll.
Yeah.
In D100 systems, you tend to roll low, but in this case, that does absolutely bugger all.
Well, you say that. One thing does happen, which is while you're rubbing the bowl, it's kind of, at first you kind of think, well, I'm doing this wrong. Why was I doing this so smoothly this morning? And now it just feels like you're scraping metal against metal. Just then you kind of turn over the striker. I'm holding it the wrong way. Right, got you. Okay, turn it around and start doing it, and the rhythmic melodic sound generates from it again. And you're meditating as hard as you can, Brucon's crossing your eyes, really trying to concentrate. You're thinking of that image that you've saw of Herthir before you arrived, just trying to focus on that. And nothing appears to be happening. It feels like hours go by, but actually when the ritual ends, as the ritual ends, should I say, and you're continuing to scrape the striker against the bowl, you do start to hear some sound. It almost sounds like singing coming from outside your quarters. A very deep, dragonborn-like voice going...
Brucon does a little experiment, like it's kind of like, is this? And he's sort of, he's moving the striker and kind of going, and then stopping it and going, no, this is definitely not coming from this bowl. And then goes to poke his head and go and look out the window. And go, what on earth?
And it's the guards outside your quarters. One of them's. They're both sort of tapping their feet. One of them's got a big frown on his face, trying not to join in, while this other one is the junior one, it seems, of the guards, is really letting loose, letting his pipe soar, and then sort of catches your eye just mid.
Brucon just kind of like pauses, looking at him for a moment, and then does a big grin and then puts his head back inside.
You hear some muttering in Draconic. It sounds like the older one is chastising the younger one a bit. And then all goes quiet.
Excellent. Anarchy successfully seeded.
Noting, of course, that the guard that was supplied with gnomish trinkets is not here at this time. It appears to be the other two. So that's one of the other things you would notice with your passive. Anyway... other than that, it's relatively quiet and uneventful. As you can see through the lattice of these very tall, sort of Parisian-style windows that sort of flank along the side of the dorms, and there's indeed, in your quarters, there are some larger windows there. The hour is late. It's pitch black outside. The last of the sun has gone. It is time for you guys to rest ahead of tomorrow. So I would recommend you shut the curtains. However, you don't have to, because obviously first light is when you are going to be attending the trial, so it might be useful to have the curtains open, but It's entirely your call. Anyway, without any further ado, then, you are all awoken at an ungodly early hour. As you are roused from your slumber, you can kind of feel the sound of sleep still in your eyes, furiously trying to rub it. Malar especially has a lot of sleep in his eyes, just trying to remove that sleep dust. And it feels so odd to some of you. Seth perhaps not so much, but so the rest of you, it feels a little bit odd getting up and it's still dark. It's not. This ain't right, man. Brina again also feels relatively at home waking up at night. She seems as chipper as usual. For the rest of you, it takes a moment to adjust as you see the guards outside of each of your quarters, and you are each kind of gesticulated to come with them.
No one else excited to go fight? Come on, guys.
Oh, well,
It should be interesting, certainly. Some sort of multi-headed creature. That'll be a novel experience. Possibly our last, but hey, we don't get to choose how we go.
That's the spirit.
Good idea. And Brucon pulls out his hip flask and has a glug glug glug.
wait.
Suddenly realizes he's a way of the drunken. And I can't even remember the technical term for. Oh yeah, that was it. Way of the
Someone's
drunken
been drinking early today.
And he's got no business whatsoever going into a fight without being at least half cut.
Yeah, it's quite right too. So as you each are shepherded from your quarters in the corridor, along with many guards, flanked by many guards, are two figures. One you recognise as the advisor from your audience with the king. You recognise their robes and stature. And alongside them is a very slight-looking dragonborn in an incredibly long and very large cloak, hooded cloak. In fact, the hood's pulled up over their head, so it really masks a lot of their features. It's hard to identify many distinguishing features about this creature, other than their cloak itself, which has many scrolls and chains attached to it, and holding in one skeletal-looking claw is a very twisted, mottled-looking staff. The advisor stands up straighter as you all appear, clears their throat, and says, "You are to come with us to the pit, for that is where the trial will take place. You shall come now." Yes?
Can we get our weapons back?
Yes. Your weapons will be given to you at the gates.
All of them.
Yes. All your weapons and all your items will be returned.
So like a massive trolley covered in Seth's gear.
Yeah, that's just what I'm checking, that's all.
Yeah.
All your stuff will be returned. Here's a dagger.
So we're now at the arena, yes? And we've already established.
No.
We've already established the end. Oh, right, okay.
You're just in the corridor.
Right, okay,
But you're about to head out if you're ready to go.
No, I had a kind of quite important question, and then I remembered that we've already got a decent idea about the logistics for this, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, great. So you're shepherded out of the palace itself and into the courtyard. Crossing the courtyard, you note obviously the gate with the portcullis ahead of you, and the small sort of guard hut that's next to it, and the captain of the guards, who you recognised, greeted you from there before. They gave you a map of the city, which is very handy to you. But also they gave you your weapons back before as well. So you gather this is the guy, old Captain Orban. He's the guy to get your items back from. And you see he has two very large sacks, one over each shoulder. And he kind of puts the first one down with a clank and just the sounds of lots of metal scraping together.
What are you doing? Why are you just throwing them on the ground?
He's not throwing, but he's placing them down. but it's evidently it's very
Gently,
heavy.
man. My
And-
God, holy shit.
And he just kind of looks at you, Seth, and then kind of to the pile on the floor, and gently. The advisor rolls his eyes and translates. So then he gets the second sack, which seems a lot lighter, and he very slowly places it on the ground. And you hear just a little of sounds like of some sort of. It sounds like there's not much in there, but you can definitely hear the sounds of a book in there, along with some other item.
Good. Gonna check in the first bag that he roughly dropped down. Please be Brucon stuff. Be Brucon stuff. And take a look inside.
Do you want to make an investigation check? If you're looking to see if everything's there.
Yeah. Oh, 19.
19 altogether.
Plus, hang on, what's my investigation? Plus 1. 20.
So 20. All right, Seth. So all of the items that were placed in the bag are still in the bag. So all of your weapons that were put in the bag are still in the bag.
Oh, good. That's the only thing I cared about.
Does that include the bone dagger?
That wasn't put in the bag.
I thought it wound up in there.
It was
What happened
the
to it?
last
No,
you saw it,
he
Seth.
tucked it in his belt.
He put it in his belt. Yeah, the captain.
Oh right, okay.
It's not in the bag.
Cool. I'm going
With a
to
20,
take
you would notice
all of
that
my
it's not in the
items
bag.
back.
Yeah.
Going to take all my items back and then pass the bag to someone else and go, here's your stuff.
The rest of you can
I
start
think
taking
we
your
just
items.
yeah, we all
Along
just
with
take it.
Leoberin, your tome is in the second bag, along with Neris's arcane focus is also in there. Her item, she takes that out. Brina obviously already has her book, but she doesn't make too much of a fuss about it at this point. And the rest of your items are given back to you. With the notable exception, Seth, with your 20, that the bone dagger's not in the bag. It's not been given back to you.
Going to look at him and just go, the other item, and I'm going to hold up a dagger, because I remember now from 10 seconds ago, where he didn't understand common. And I'm going to point to the dagger and just point to his belt.
And kind of looks to the advisor for help. And the advisor's again translates what you're saying. There's a bit of an interchange between them, and the advisor says back, "He does not want to give you his weapon.
No, we want our last weapon.
But he doesn't have the. You note the you can't see the dagger on the captain when you point at his belt.
Are we able to deduce that this has now been nicked in some format?
It would appear not to be here.
It seems
yes.
like we've just been told that it has.
Essentially, yeah. As you kind of look to kind of push further with this, Seth, then I'll kind of the advisor says, "There is no time for this. We must go. The light is catching," and you're whisked down into the city itself without any further ado. You also observe as you exit the citadel. This time now in daylight, or as the light is creeping over the horizon, that there's also a small stable at the just outside of the walls of the. Well, sorry, no, just against the opposite side of the inside of the keep. It's opposite where the guardhouse was, and you observe that your two horses are there that were whisked along with you. So that's good, isn't it? Along with them appear to be giant lizard-like creatures, which seem to be a little bit intimidating to Horsey and co, who seem to be kind of pushed to one side. They're a little bit scared. But yes, doesn't seem to be doing them any harm at this point. Anyway, you continue down into the city itself. The streets are dead at this point. It's very quiet indeed, but you can hear the noise of a chattering, excited crowd that starts to build up and up and up and up as you get closer with each step towards the pit, the large Colosseum that you passed last night. You hear that crowd. It becomes a very audible, very loud din, and you are whisked round to what looks like a very well guarded and reinforced gate, which is then unlocked and opened before you, and you're taken inside into a small antechamber. And at this point, Marta appears. Hey, yeah, excellent timing.
Yay!
Excellent timing.
Yay.
Early and everything.
Yay!
Yay!
Oh my god, yay! So anyway, so yes, you're just being taken inside the Colosseum to the pit. You're in the sort of a little antechamber. The door, the gate is locked behind you, and all seems very dark in this particular area. It's kind of claustrophobic as well. You're kind of all squeezed in there. The 6 of you, plus a contingent of guards, and the advisor, plus the other individual, all together in there. Not a word is spoken. But after a few moments, on the other side, ahead of you, the gates open up, and ahead of you, you can see a field entirely of sand, and there appears to be some kind of a very large, almost like a crater, a very large hole right in the center. And as the doors open, and you can see the first of the light creeping into the Colosseum onto the sand. As the doors open, the crowd erupts into cheers, because you have entered the pit. Shoved from behind by the guards, you were prompted to go forward. And the advisor kind of tries to actually speak to you rather than just, push you into the things. You must go forward. You must come with me. And he strides forward.
We gathered that with the pushing, and I glare at the guard.
I apologize for the guards' behavior. They are can be aggressive to maintain order. And just continues in. The other individual with the staff goes alongside, slightly behind, bowing their head. And the rest of you willingly going forward, or are you going to wait till you're pushed again?
No, I will go forwards.
Yeah, willingly walk forward.
Right.
Yeah, there's money to be. Yeah, Brucon kind of turns to everyone and goes, "Right, remember everyone, there's money to be made here. Let's do it. Lots of money."
And as you step into the first of the lights into this open arena, then you can really hear the crowd reverberating around you. It's a hero's welcome of sorts. Not quite like it was for most of you when you were in Sverfhaven, but this is like that times 10 for the amount of people. But also, there's a bit more of a latent threat going on here as well, because you know what's about to come here. You are gathered near surrounding this central hole, which now you can see when you get close to it has this kind of iron mesh floor, just at its. Just around it, I've kind of dipped a couple of feet down from the beginning of the hole itself. You can all make perception checks at this point.
Nice. From my 19 before to a 1.
Oh, brutal.
So the dice roll.
This is how it be.
Better now than
rolled,
combat.
Brucon rolled an 18.
18, nice.
11.
11.
6.
Neris?
18.
All right, Brucon and Neris with your 18s.
Who's rolling for Brina, by the way?
Oh, I'll roll for Brina. Good point. I forgot about that. Natural 20 for Brina.
Oh, Jesus.
Yay!
Okay, you know what, Jack? You can control Brina for the fight. Just do that a lot.
I'm glad I got the inconsequential
not the
natural
Hydra.
20 out the way.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. Well, with her perception, that's 23. But with the natural 20, and Brina's quite talkative anyway, she's going to be quite helpful and actually clue some of you guys in that are unaware of what's going on. Seth's just kind of looking at the pit like, how do you get down? What's happening here? What's this iron thing? What's this for? It looks like a cage. I don't like it. And Leoberin similarly is you're kind of absorbed in just the noise, the crowd. In some ways, seeing this amount of people all sort of on this raised seating as well, there was, for a fleeting moment, you kind of wish you were back in Manylands with, all these people sitting at various altitudes, chatting away in court or at events and whatnot that you would attend in the High Court. But sadly, this is not one of those occasions. But you get lost in that moment while Malar, the sand, reminds you of Isk. Although it's nowhere near as pure, the sand here. It's well trodden. It's rather brown rather than sort of white gold. Neris and Brucon, however, you would have a lot more of your wits about you and your bearings, hence your good roll on wisdom with perception. You note amongst the crowd, you recognise Caladan and his contingent of, it looks like, of Wyvern Rider guards. No wyverns amongst them, although you do see some circling the sky above the pit. But you can tell it's him because of his extravagant, massive gold chain, like Merrill chain style. Very extravagant robes, very brightly coloured. And, of course, the legion of guards that are surrounding him as well, giving him a bit of space. And you also observe the king standing on a raised sort of platform, a raised kind of dais, really, that's built into the structure so that you are all facing directly towards the king. He's very much at the centre of one side of the ring, of the arena. And you also are clued in by Brina, all of you, with her natural 20, that the iron mesh at the centre. She goes, I think this is like a lift. It's like a gnomish contraption, actually. It's like cogs and things, and it will. I think that's what's going to lower us down.
Oh, I see how this is going to go. This is going to be a dynamic situation. All right, everyone. If you see a travelator, be very careful. Is there a Scottish guy with a whistle?
3, 2,
Yeah, you will go on my first whistle.
Adventurers, you will go on my first whistle. Sadly, no, doesn't appear to be.
My replacement character is now being called Wolf.
The Wolfman. Anyway, as you discuss further about what could be before you, the advisor speaks loudly, his voice booming, and from the acoustics here are magnificent, for he seems to be incredibly loud when he speaks. Your great king, Zarndak, has sentenced these 6 to prove their innocence by partaking in the trial of the 7 deaths. And as on deaths, the crowd, woo, all start cheering. They look really up for this. You see some bits of meat thrown into the arena. It's all a bit anarchic and a little bit foreboding, a little bit scary. He calls for silence. Will the accused take their places on the lift?
No, actually. Oh, go on.
On hearing no, you see a couple of the guards kind of flinch, like almost to reach for their their halberds into an offensive stance. And they go, "Oh, just kidding." They just put it back.
Yeah, Brucon kind of turns and goes, got ya, and then strides onto the mesh.
All right.
Malar will quickly take a knee and then, before stepping onto the platform, utter a prayer, some festir, and then step on.
Okay. And the rest of you?
I'm going to wave to the crowd. I'm going to give a hug. Yeah, we're going to win. We've got this.
Can you make a performance check, please, Seth?
8 plus. Oh, no. 11 total.
Okay, so as you raise your arms, you note the crowd gets silent. And then you put your hands down. And then they start speaking again. They don't seem to be rooting for
use
you.
this
You
one.
haven't won them over yet, apparently.
No, I won't.
Sorry,
swear.
buddy.
Fine. Gonna keep my hands up, keep them silent. Like, yep. Gonna see you go all in about 1:12.
I feel is Seth standing quite close to Brucon?
Yeah.
Okay, Brucon kind of like turns to Seth and goes, "You alone, Seth." I just realised you guys probably didn't hear that. Brucon kind of does a little.
Yeah.
You alone.
Gonna step away from Brucon.
You hear, you feel a tug at your coat, at your military style coat, and look down and see Brina there, and she goes, "Don't worry, Seth. I'm still your fan. Let's go do this, shall we?"
We don't need them to be fans in 5 minutes. We're gonna kill the unkillable, then we'll have their fear.
That's right. That's what we're gonna do. Now, let's go, shall we? And she steps onto the plate.
Yeah, Brucon's limbering up right now, doing stretches and stuff, and just generally kind of like
Malar's doing his prayer
calisthenics.
to Festir, because you may need his help today. In fact, Malar, can you make a religion check, please? If I have to.
Sure. Okay, let's see how this goes. 21.
All right. As you finish your prayer, it feels like a desperate time for you. You feel the sunlight. It's almost like the clouds above open up, and light beats down onto your face. You feel the warmth, a warmth that you haven't felt since you've been in Herthid. It's been rather cold, actually. The kind of the golden glow of Festir seems to be upon you, and then you hear a voice in your head. Though it does not appear to be the Festir that you met that one time that was in a dream that you still recall. In fact, you're the only one who can remember that dream, actually. It's a different voice entirely, but one you recognize, a female voice, an elf. It's High Priestess Amikir. Hey, Malar! Mr. Shade Creek, Deacon Shade Creek, or should I say, Priest Shade Creek. We heard what you did for the lady Grenforth. That you managed to bring her back. You passed the test. So, I think that you have proven your affinity with Festir. You truly are one of his chosen. And so I think that your new title would befit such a gifted individual.
Thank you, ma'am. Test? We may have to have another discussion at a different time, if I'm alive. Bye!
The sunlight continues upon you, Malar. And you do feel the gods are with you. You receive the benefits of the bless spell.
Hooray!
You are blessed.
For how long?
You will be blessed.
It lasts a minute.
It does last a minute. However, this seems to last a little
Elevator
longer.
ride is 1:06.
Mechanically
is an
speaking,
upgraded version.
Mechanically speaking, because it's
Called
from the
hashtag
gods.
blessed.
This is from the gods. It will last for 10 minutes.
Thank you.
All right. Okay. So you're on the plate. Brucon's on the plate. Seth's on the plate. Brina's on the plate. Leoberin and Neris. Anyone's left. Pre-game rituals.
Do you reckon we have to do a thing as
You
well?
you don't have to. You could just step onto the plate. I just wanted to give you the space if you did
Yeah.
want to do something.
No, that was the
And
conversation
ready.
with
I guess.
Oh.
Was there? Did I miss the? This is meta question. Did I miss the handing over of the Rat King staff?
You have the stuff. You've been
No,
getting the stuff.
Oh, I still have it. Okay.
Mhm.
Hey, Leo. Do you want this?
Sure.
The party's hot potato changes hands once again.
That's just gonna
You were
sell
pretty.
this,
You were
really.
pretty good with the staff and
Okay.
the rats. Where's Nibbles?
Haven't seen him for a while.
Got rid of him.
Really
No.
don't.
Someone says
Yeah. I mean,
And then
Oh, God.
out of Brina's
Fuck off,
pocket,
it's alive.
Nibbles appears.
Oh no.
There you go.
it's happened again.
I'm not sorry. So here,
Are you alive?
Because I haven't
just-
dialed.
yeah.
I've been hiding.
I thought
You
rats
can,
had,
you
like,
can
really
be our first
nice
line of
ones.
attack against the Hydra.
so as this exchange happens, Nares just keeps like pushing that Rat King staff further into Leoberin's hands, just like
I-
becoming intrusive now.
Yeah. Okay. Are you? Do you have a weapon?
I have a sword
Okay.
and I
cool.
have a bow.
I will hold on to this staff. I realize now that while I have been gifted this bow, I have not been gifted any arrows, so I should probably hang on to the staff.
Oh, are you going to give the bow to Neris? Neris has got arrows.
And Neris has a bow as
I have a
well.
bow already.
But
I have a
this is
longbow.
but
Is this a fancier
magical-
bow?
This is a magical bow. It's really fancy. It's a magical
Yeah.
short bow.
God.
Yes. Although I won't have time to attune to it, will I? But okay.
It's not an
It's
attunement item. That
not
it just
an attunement
requires
item.
concentration to use the spell that comes with it. So it's not
Oh,
a
Take it.
not an attunement item,
Alright.
which is handy.
Yeah.
You've now
What
got
is it
2
called?
items that involve wrapping people up in stuff. This bow is like an entangling
Neris now
thing.
has a bow,
And now you've got that, and
Called-
you've got your wand of bondage.
and Leo's
What?
got a staff.
Yeah,
There we go.
It's called binding bow.
That's it.
Binding bow.
Binding bow.
Binding,
Ah.
darling. Binding.
Binding, darling.
But yes. It has 3 charges of a spell.
Of
That you need to concentrate on the spell.
yes. I think it's.
Oh, and really nice range. Much better range than my bow.
80 foot or 320 max, but at disadvantage.
Very nice.
I can't remember without
Thank
looking what the
you.
spell is. Is it like an? Oh no, it's ensnaring strike. That's the spell.
Yeah.
The range spell. It's a good one. It's a good one if it works. Anyway, yes. So you have
Thank
that.
you. Yes,
and,
I shall step onto the
And
platform.
you step onto the plate, you guys.
Plate.
I said it's a mesh, but there are numerous terms for this. But you step onto the level, and no sooner do the last of you step onto it, that the crowd starts cheering and whistling. Seem very, very excited at this point. As is tradition, your king will give the order. The king holds his hand out forward. Thumb goes down. The lift starts going down with you all on it. And you start descending into the pit. Yes, Mala.
As we go down and the darkness starts to we lose the light and the darkness starts to come in.
Yep.
Malar will cast Aid at 3rd level on Brucon, Seth, and Leo. Your hit point
Thank you.
maximums go up by 10
Oh, damn.
for the next
Oh, heck
8
yeah.
hours.
Ooh. Clutch. Good. Cool.
That's not temp HP, is it? That's just a temporary boost to the
Yeah.
max.
Your max,
How do I
yeah.
even?
Max hit points.
If you click on your max, there's a max HP modifier.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
And that do the thing.
Beautiful.
And as the light starts fading, as you start encroaching further into the darkness as the lift descends, Seth, you hear a familiar voice in your head. Best of luck, Seth. I have much planned for you, but for now, perhaps this will prove your worth. Maybe there's something that you could take from this creature, something that could be useful to us both. We shall see.
As we was going down, it's go. We've got this.
Nice. It's casually ignoring the. I like it.
It's a very casual. It's a very sort of Like,
very
this
hands
voice
off.
mostly seems to amount. Yeah, it mostly seems to amount to, "Hey, Seth, do the thing you wanted to do anyway. Go on, do it."
Yeah, he is. It does feel like the devil on the shoulder going, "Go on, go on. You know you want
Hey,
to."
Seth,
Yeah,
take
it also
advantage
goes,
of people
"Shh."
and kill people.
He
Okay.
keeps talking to me when I'm surrounded by the party. I'm not going to just start suddenly having a conversation. So it's just like, yep, what can I say that's casual that I would normally say? Like,
Yeah.
we got this.
That can
Saying
mean
that
two
to
things.
them and the
yes.
party. Yeah.
Nice. Yeah.
Anyway, you descend lower and lower into the darkness. It's almost it's because of the light above. I would say it's dimly lit when you reach the bottom. Mechanically speaking, it's very dingy, and you hear it with a clunk. The lift stops moving.
Malar will pull out his torch because he's going to need
Continual
that.
flame
Holds
torch.
it in his
Yes.
trunk.
Excellent. Yes, good job that you do so, because then you can see, which is marvelous. So now you can see.
I swear to God, if in the first couple of rounds of the fight I get like restrained again, I'm gonna be so mad.
Well,
You say that you now have the restraining
no
devices.
promises.
Exactly, and if I get restrained, I can't use them.
So as you sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, good luck. No, I'm just going to say good luck because I realise you'll
Good luck.
kill me in game.
So now, as you light up the torch, you can see the cavern around you. It's a bit larger than it's not particularly big. This chamber that you're in, but it seems to be very old, worked stonework. A cavern seems to have been carved out here, and very smooth kind of walls. It's been eroded over the years, but there is even with the continual flame torch lit, there's a blackness, a darkness that seems to be prevalent around the walls, the ceiling, the floor. It seems unnaturally dark and unnaturally cold as you are here. There also seems to be a bizarre sort of breeze blowing inside. Not just a gentle breeze, but it's making quite an unnerving noise as wind seems to be rushing. With the torch lit as well, you can see that there is only one way out of this chamber aside from going straight up, and that is it seems a passageway to one side.
I mean, perception check to see if the breeze is coming from a specific. Like, is this just a natural?
It seems to be coming from the passageway, which is one of the reasons you notice it, where that breeze is coming from.
And can anything be seen or heard within the passageway or beyond it?
Or smell?
But you can make perception checks to see if you can sense, see, smell anything.
16
Can
for
I
Bruce.
just cast the detect magic on myself just to see if there's anything around?
Yeah, sure. Okay. Anyone else perception checking? Mallow, you're smelling?
Yeah, that's 18.
18.
Neris is just kind of a bit on edge, so she's gonna ready an arrow because reasons.
Sounds good. Ready to go. All right. So Seth, with your detect magic, as soon as you cast the spell on yourself, you're almost blinded momentarily because there is magic all around you. Certainly, necromancy seems to be around you. You're getting a strong necromantic vibe. Malar, Brucon, you sense that Brucon. You sense movement all around you, not just down the passageway. Malar, you can smell. It's very dry in this particular chamber, but you can smell something, the stench of some creature, some large creature, sweat. You can smell you can smell damp water. You can smell, and there's the stench, the unmistakable stench of death. And observe on the floor around here and mostly pushed to the corners, but strewn across the floor are many, many bones.
I'm going to say to Malar that there's lots of necromantic energy around, and I'm going to stand behind him.
As you do so, need everyone to roll initiative.
Yes.
Ik happen.
So It begins.
It begins. All right. So
Who's playing Brina?
I'll roll for Brina. I've got her.
Oh, what are her-
Sorry.
Piloting.
Oh, I'll. No, it's all right. I'll pilot her. It's fine.
Oh, okay.
I've been entrusted with this sacred duty, and I will carry it out as best I can. So, on a initiative, Brina. Oh dear, down the list a little bit. With
Casters going later, I think, is good. Gives them
Yep,
more information.
this is true. This is very true. All right. Okay. Anyone get 20 or above?
Rukon literally
26.
rolled a 20, and of course, Seth rolled 9 jillion.
26.
26. 20 on the nose for Brucon, yeah?
Correct.
Great. Okay. Anyone gets... so 20 through 15.
16 for Malar.
16 for Malar. Malar, can you roll a d20 and let me know what you get, please?
5.
Okay. Anyone else in that 15 to 20 bracket range? No? 15 to 10?
12.
12 for Leo. Brina's on 13. It's just ahead of you. Anyone else? Nope. Alright. Neris, what do you get?
You're muted.
Oh,
you're
you are
muted.
muted. You are muted, Marta.
12.
12. Oh, you're 12 as well.
Ah.
Between you and Leo. Do you mind who
Oh,
goes
right.
first out of you two?
Don't mind.
We
Should
can
roll
roll.
off for entertainment purposes.
For entertainment
Mhm.
purposes, of course.
With or without modifier?
Just a straight d20 roll, no modifier.
Right, straight D20.
14.
15.
Hey, Leo, then Neris.
Yeah, mere picoseconds apart.
Twinsies almost.
Yay.
Yay.
Can't keep on being twinsies or just keep rolling off and it'll be terrible.
All right, let's move to the other camera and the other viewpoint for the audience too. Here we go.
Bye, Jack.
And I'm back. There we go. All right. So you are in this chamber here as top of the round. Everybody takes a point of necrotic damage.
What?
Hates it.
It's not nice here. And then it is over to Seth.
They said that we had to leave this place quickly, didn't
They
they?
said, do not tarry,
They did.
yes.
And can we see any enemies?
You cannot see any enemies currently, no. But Brucon sensed movement
Cool.
all around the walls and ceiling and floor and it's just everywhere. And you got and you were detecting necromancy all over the place too.
Cool. Which way? Sorry, like, is there a way out, like the way towards the back
There's
door,
that
like,
passageway.
You said-
Passageway, yep.
And is it in front of us?
It's to your right, yes.
Cool. I'm gonna to the party. I'm gonna cast a spell. It is just an illusion. You can walk into it, and I'm going to walk
Oh.
towards the passageway, so 30 feet.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
And I'm going to cast silent image around me. So
Okay.
it's going to be behind me, and I'm going to create a wall of blue flame. Yeah, 15 square, all
You're
around.
doing
me.
this. You're doing this in the chamber where the ongoing necrotic damage happens.
Yeah, well, we've all got to get out. Actually, I'm gonna bonus action dash another 30 feet forward and cast it.
Around yourself, did you say?
Yeah, so there's a wall of fire 15 feet around myself.
Okay. when you cast the illusion, well, actually, sorry, when you dash, you then find that the passageway then hooks off to the right again. So you're now you're kind of in that corner when you cast the 15-foot high flames. Is it just in the immediate square that you're in, or is it like what area?
So it's 15 by 15, and I'm trying to cover. So probably about like 5 feet behind me. I'm pretty much in the middle.
Yeah. I think I've got a square.
Basically, if everyone dashes over to me,
yeah,
whatever's surrounding us may not want to walk into it, thinking, no, they'll die. So there's just a big blue wall of flame all around us.
Yeah.
Is the thing you're using blue?
Yes.
Yep.
I'm really glad I stated blue flame.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the camera
I'm just glad you
keeps switching
picked
around,
a
but
spooky
there it
flame
is.
because I was like, it's going to make no sound and no light. So if it's a spooky color, then people know it's magic.
Spookiness.
Whereas
Yeah.
if it was a real flame but made no sound or no light, people would be like, that seems fake.
Right, can I just double check something? So it looks there from what we're seeing, and I think James probably can't see this because he's on his phone. There isn't line of sight from where Seth is currently standing to the main
Part.
area, is
Yes. Yeah, there is not line of sight, no.
there? Yeah, so I'm pretty sure, Seth, you don't want to cast that there.
Well, I did say to everyone before, and I'm going to cast an illusion.
Okay.
I think he's hoping that then you guys can all get in there and protect yourselves from whatever could be coming, I guess. That makes sense. So
It's just a small deterrent to whatever
Yeah.
could be coming.
plus he can do it at will, so he's it's one of his invocations, so it's no harm. All right, Brooke on your
And I don't want to be 30 feet in front of everyone.
I didn't realise it was an invocation. I was like, warlocks don't get lots of spells, dude.
What are you doing?
But,
Yeah, it's just
but knowing it's completely free rather changes the calculus.
It is.
Did you say Did you say it's Brucon? then?
Yes, please.
Okay. Bonus action. Brucon's going to click his heels, activate the Boots of Sped.
Boots of Spud.
Yes.
The Sped. Okay, yep. Bonus action you've clicked, yep.
And then Brucon's going to move to where Seth is to start with, because... actually, hang on.
What's your movement speed with the
Brucon's-
boots?
It's 90 feet.
90 feet.
with the boots.
Okay, using half of that, you get to there, just outside of the... So you've got half your movement left.
Brucon would like to go to the next corner, but not go around it. He wants to do the kind of the Scooby-Doo kind of like head poking around the corner. He wants to try and surreptitiously see what lies around there.
You can do that. I will allow you then to make a perception check as your action. If you like to properly study the area.
Watch me absolutely whiff this roll. Yeah, 8.
Kind of look round. It's dark in there, but fortunately there seems to be some natural light. It seems to be dimly lit because there's a little bit of light coming from the ceiling of this next chamber, but it looks like it opens up into a much larger chamber beyond. And with your glance, you also notice that there, at the center of this chamber, appears to be a large pool of water and some sort of rocky outcropping within it, and that's all you kind of get as you then duck back with your 8.
Cool.
All right.
Okay, Brucon's still got his action. Might as well use it to dodge. Just on the off chance.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I did say that you can use your action to search, to do your looking instead of studying, doing the roll. But
I thought that was the perception check. Sorry.
Yeah, the perception check. I was going to. A search is a perception check.
Oh, so that's an action to look around it. The thing, is it?
Yeah, it would be. But to be fair, I think we've done this enough times as a free action, so you can do it as a free action. I think as we've already been doing it throughout, that seems fair.
I'm not especially like. Cool. Okay. Well, then that's brilliant.
Yeah. So I was suddenly like, I probably shouldn't have said search there.
I'm not massively attached to the dodge. It's just a kind of like why open yourself up to unnecessary damage thing. So I don't.
Which is
mind
a very good idea.
Option,
yep.
If you're going to give me the option, then I'm going to take it.
Yeah, by all means. It is your right. So after your turn, the cold air that you've been feeling around all of you, the blackness of the walls and the ceiling, something seems to stir amongst the walls and the ceiling, and appearing Brucon, from one side of you. At the last second, you spot this black creature. It seems to be spectral in appearance, but just absence of light, complete darkness. It swarms over to you. It seems to be vaguely humanoid-sized, and goes to attack you. A shadow appears to be attacking you. However,
Right, fam.
with an 8, well, it had disadvantage anyway, so yeah, with an 8 to hit, it does in fact miss you. But
Brucon kind of like does a little Canelo style duck and bob head dodge, and then calls back, "Well, I found the ghosts, everyone, or at least one of them. They're very creepy."
it then tries to move back. You can make an opportunity attack against it if you'd like.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
Have an unarmed strike on it.
Just slap it around a little bit. It's fine.
Yeah, basically, and revel in the look of surprise on it. Like Brucon's going to go for just a straight punch, and I'm imagining this thing's going to be sort of completely, fail to react to this because he's punching me. What, I'm an
What?
incorporeal being.
You can't
indeed,
hit me.
Oh, and a dirty 20.
Now, you're level 6, so your fists are magical, are they not?
You're damn straight they are.
Okay, excellent. Do you want to roll some damage?
I do, yes.
Because you're welcome to.
Damage.
Max damage 10.
10. Get a good
A
hit
good
on
punch.
a good punch, which connects with the creature, and you hear for a moment a gasp.
He can punch ghosts. Yeah, that's what.
And the
You
ghost.
don't bring Johnny Ghost Puncher along without expecting some ghost punching.
But then the ghost appears to then just sort of phase into the wall where it came from, disappearing out of your way, which is quite irritating.
Yes, it is.
Meanwhile, more have appeared. Brucon, Malar, with your torch lit, you can then, the rest of you, see very clearly as 3 more shadows appear around your group. One takes a swipe at Leoberin. Does an 18 hit Leo? Marshall? Hello?
The suspense.
Last I heard, you said one takes a swipe at Leoberin.
Oh,
and then a long pause.
sorry, does an 18 hit?
It does.
Okay. You take 9 points of necrotic damage, and your strength is reduced by 2 points.
Why does it hit? Hold on a second.
It's a great start.
No, that makes sense. How much? Sorry.
You took 9
19.
points of necrotic, and and your strength has been reduced by 2.
Excellent.
Another one attacks Neris. It's a 16 to hit Neris. 16. Does that hit?
Yes.
Okay.
I hate it. Actually, no. No, I'm looking at this. I thought it was. I have armor class 16.
So 16 does hit. That it matched 16.
Does it?
So you
If
just
it matches
hit.
16.
You don't have like shield or anything like that?
F's
that can
in
boost
chat.
your-
F's in chat.
F's in
F's in
chat.
chat. What?
So, F's in
I do.
chat.
Oh, can I use shield?
Yeah,
Can I
if you got
use
the shield spell, you could shield. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Great. I'm so good at this game, you guys.
You've got that right. You've got that
Yes.
spell. Okay, good.
I have it. I
It's
have
worth using.
Not got rid of it.
Okay,
Yes.
that's a spell slot gone, but that stopped you out of interest because I rolled, taking 10 points of necrotic damage and having your strength reduced by 4. So good job.
Just like
The other one
Oh
goes
my.
for Brina, who famously has a very high armor class.
So high.
Her 9 armor class is beaten by that attack.
No.
She
Yeah.
takes 7 points of necrotic damage, and her already low strength is reduced by 3, which means she now has a strength of 3. And if she takes another hit like that and her strength is
I
reduced
know,
to
yeah.
0, she will die. So,
Yeah.
yeah.
Could
So,
she not have shielded the attack?
nope, too high. Too high,
Damn.
would have still hit. So, she's in trouble. I don't know how to change it on the...
Click on the number, and then you should have an override score.
Oh, hang on. Yes. Yep, she's now got -4 to all of her strength checks. Marvelous. And 7 hit points taken away. Oh dear. Oh dear. So that's the shadows. But because they are in the light, they are not able to retreat, as the one did with Brucon because of Malar's torch. And Malar, you are next.
Okay.
Sorry, Jack. Can I just quickly jump in and ask? Does the
Yes.
Seth's fiery illusion? I know it's an illusion, so this is all a bit. We're pushing the boundaries of the rules and indeed of physics here. Does the illusion not generate light then?
No, I think rules as written, it doesn't generate light.
Okay.
And if it did, it would be
Light,
very,
sound,
very
or smells.
localized light. So where Brucon is, it would have no effect.
Would you?
Yeah. Okay. Next. Sorry, Malar. What do you want to do? As these
Okay, so
shadows
just to
are
recap,
around you.
I've just watched 2 of my friends run around a corner, and now all these terrible things are attacking us.
Yes, and 2 of your friends have had their strength drained.
Have left.
No, sorry, one of them has.
Oh, okay.
A second one came very close. Oh no, Leoberin did. So 2 of them have, and the Neris nearly had her strength drained, right? So yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna use a channel divinity to
Yes.
destroy undead
Yes.
or turn undead.
Yes.
So I need con scores from. Is it con score?
Isn't it that if they're below a certain
Competence
challenge rating, they have to? Is it a save or is it just?
No, they still The challenge
still have to
rating
save.
thing affects what happens to them if they fail.
Ah.
I still need a
everyone
save.
rolls a save.
Yep. What save is it?
It is a. Bear with me. Bear with me.
Wisdom.
It is a wisdom
Gotta be
score,
wisdom. All right, wisdom.
Save.
All right. One of them got a 19. The other 2, 11 and 9.
Okay, the 11 and 9, if they're of CR 1/2 or lower, they are destroyed. Otherwise, they are trying to run away for the next minute.
Okay.
Also can't take reactions. For its action, it can
So-
use only the dash action or
Yeah.
try to escape from an effect that prevents it from moving.
Right. The ones by Brina and Neris immediately destroyed as the light sort of bursts out from Malar's holy symbol. So they are completely vaporized in the lights. The one by Leo shrieks in terror. And did you say it has to use its reaction to move to run away? Or is it
No,
just on
that
its
one's
turn?
saved.
Yeah.
That one's saved, so it's
It's fine.
I
It's
believe
unaffected.
it's fine.
It's unaffected.
It shrieks like a Nazgul, like wow, but it's pissed off. It's pissed off. All right.
Uh,
Nice.
And I would like to move away with my 30-foot.
It will get an opportunity
shouting.
attack on you, but it has disadvantage. Oh no, it doesn't because it succeeded, but it can attack you. So it's.
I
going to.
will. As I'm running. Yeah, fine. As I'm running, I'm saying, "Oh, move out,
Okay.
Mr. Brucon."
Does a
Mr.
19
Seth.
hit, Malar?
Oh, it just does. Just
Oh
barely.
no! All right.
Oh, fuck.
After destroying 2 of them, the last one has its revenge. You take 6 points of necrotic damage, and your strength is reduced by 1. Strength score is reduced by 1, and you run away very wisely. In fact, I think you could have taken a diagonal. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you can get just inside the passageway. Okay. After Malar is Brina. She hears what you're saying, but she's also like, "But Leo, look out!" And she casts Chromatic Orb at the shadow in the hopes that it will do some damage to it. It's got an armor class of 16, and she rolled an 8, but she has a +8, so 16 will hit.
Yay!
Yay! chromatic orb casts 3d8 damage. She's going to go with... Oh my god, this probably was the wrong spell for her to choose. But there we go. She's going to do it. She's committed now. She's going to do... oh, wow. She's going to do 10 points of... she does 10 points of lightning damage. However, that is reduced to 5 because it's resistant to that, which is annoying. But, yeah, that's what she does. It's injured. It's taken a good hit, and then she will run away with the rest of you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. She can only move 5. That is her turn. Next up is Leoberin. You've got a shadow bearing down on you. But it has just been struck by it's been hit by thunder. Or did I say lightning? Anyway, one of the two. It's been hit by some damage anyway.
Right. We want to get out of here, but so where is it? Sorry,
It's right next to you.
Oh, right next to me. Oh, trying to remember the D&D rules.
Hey, you fools.
Fools.
Do I want to? Oh, I could do that. Or... Oh wait, hold on a second. Nah. Oh, I didn't have a reaction because it wasn't my turn yet.
Neris, you're on deck after
fine.
Leoberin, just if you want to
Yeah.
work out what you want to do.
Do I just start blasting? What's the is firing spells in melee some problem?
Disadvantage, I believe it's a ranged spell.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, let's make use of a thing that probably won't show up at any other point in this fight.
Ooh.
Who's... Oh god, Neris is standing near me. Oh no. Can I, like, start shuffling around to, like... the other way, so I can make a further run. There, and then up. I basically want Neris to not be within 10 feet of me.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you can get to there. Yeah, you can do that.
There we go.
Yay.
And then I'm going to Fey Presence.
Ooh.
To... Ooh. Yeah, I'm going to try and charm this thing. Wisdom saving throw, DC 15.
Oh my god! If this combat ends with Leoberin leading an army of ghosts,
Amazing.
official best
The
campaign
blade
ever.
that was broken.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. Yep.
It fails.
Giant
It fails the
waterfall
wisdom
skull.
save.
Fails. It is.
And it is not immune to
charmed.
charmed, so it's so you can charm this thing, which makes
Yeah.
no sense, but it's that is how it's written. So let's go with it.
Look, Leo's
Fey
baby mama
powers.
is a literal god. Leo's a very charming fella.
He did charm the pants off her, so
I do Squidward handsome face.
Ah.
what a
I
reference.
was wondering where the sponge was coming from there, but now it suddenly all makes a terrifying amount of sense.
Squidward handsome face.
You like it, don't you, Squidward?
Spectral creature. And now that it's charmed, it can't attack me, or target me with harmful effects or magical whatnots.
It turns to you, and the skeletal face that was about its visage dissipates, and instead you see a very, very dashing, very beautiful half-orc warrior lady. And she's like reaching out to you, like looks like she wants to embrace you rather than kill you.
I mean, based on the fact that they are also a ghost, still terrifying.
Yes.
So 5, 10, and then I can go 15, 20, 25, 30. I can get to just behind Malar, I think.
Yep. Yes, you can.
Yes.
Excuse me. And it's they're like, no, come
I
back.
was like, it's a pleasure to make your acquaintance. Have a good evening.
It's getting worse.
you.
It's getting so much worse.
you made this happen. All right. Okay.
It was just charm, not seduce. Those are two different things.
It's very right, but it could be a different kind of love. Anyway, but you're right. Neris, you're next.
Neris just looks at what the hell just happened, like, and then decides to leg it to the corridor.
Bye. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's your move. You've got an action still, a bonus action if you want to do anything.
No, not right now. There's nothing to do. I'd just be, I'd be
then.
wasting stuff.
I
You can
dodged
still
them.
dash.
Oh, dash. Okay, dash. Yeah. Get some distance, some more.
You can get into the. You can dance into Seph's fire if you'd like.
Okay,
Oh,
yes.
to the fire. Neris
I-
walked into Seth's imaginary fire.
I go there and immediately start flossing.
Is what we need. All right. That's interesting
Something.
because we've left the person with the tiny amount of strength left close to the creature, but it's charmed by Leo. But would it still attack anyone else?
I don't want to say yes, but yes.
Yes. Okay. So over to the top of the round. Seth, you're top of the round. Oh, sorry, it's top of the round. Everyone takes a point of necrotic damage. Sorry.
I'm having a lovely time so far in this tunnel. Like, I've not seen much. Got some protective illusion around me. A lovely trip
Everything's
so far.
fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. Great.
Temporary plan. Cool. How far is Brucon ahead of me?
Approximately 30 feet. Yeah.
Cool. I'll move 30 feet, and then in front of that, it's just a large cavern.
It appears that it sweeps around the corner and it opens up into a much larger cavern. Yes.
Cool. I'm going to bonus action start to move into the large cavern.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes, you actually get in there. Yes.
Is there much around, like cover-wise, or is it just completely like open cavern?
There is not in the way of it's a natural cavern of sorts, but there's sort of a big pond in the middle with what looked like a big rocky outcropping in the center of it. So you could use that for cover, but you'd have to obviously swim out to the outcropping. What's your passive perception? Sorry, Seth.
Ooh, not the best. 13.
13. Okay, yes. So, yes, that is the main source of cover you can see in here. It's just that very large outcropping at the center of the pool.
Cool. I'm gonna cover fire again with silent image of cover fire. There's a big wall of fire, but it's not so much a wall this time as it is just a 15-foot of fire all around.
Is it a concentration major, or is it just planted there and done?
Yeah. So the other one goes, and this one appears.
Suddenly, Neris flossing, the fire then immediately disappears after you start flossing.
And everyone with dark vision can see.
And so she just turns towards Seth, just like, "Was it me?"
Papa. You also get the glow of Malar's continual flame, and him and Leo, who are running down the corridor, and Brina just behind, also see you flossing and then pause mid-floss as this happens. So Seth's got his cover up. It's then Brucon. Zibrucon.
Cool. Well, Brucon's going to follow Seth into the chamber, I think. So I calculated it. Brucon has 18 squares of movement, basic.
Okay, so I've moved you half your movement, and you're within the last square of Seth's fire cover.
Yeah, once you enter the fire, you can then see through it, even if you leave it again.
Yeah.
Okay. Can Brucon? Do you need another perception check or something to see any trace of some kind of large gribbly monster?
Yes, you can.
Cool. Better than last time, please. That is not better than last time. That is worse than last time. That is a 5.
No, don't see any more details than before. No. Just that very large rocky outcrop in the center of the pool. That is all you That's all you're seeing. I mean, there are small, like, sort of 1 to 2 feet boulders around, which potentially could be used for cover for a smaller creature, but not for anything that you're looking for.
Okay. Given that Brucon, so you said that was half Brucon's move, right?
Yeah.
To get to where he is now.
Yes.
So I think Brucon will use the remaining half of his move to spread out and not be right next to Seth, and try and see, exactly that kind of direction, yes, and see if he's got a better angle and can see anything from there.
Yeah, cool. So again, we used that same perception check, so you can't see anything more this turn, but if you want to have a look next turn, maybe. All right.
Maybe something moves and draws his attention or whatever.
That's
and then dodge.
And then dodge, yep, you're readying a dodge. Oh, there's danger here. Danger close. But where? Where is the danger? I can't see the danger. Danger.
I want that
Alert!
Flipping ghost to come back.
If only you had that item. That item would have been so useful right now.
Yeah. Brucon's got fist cocked, ready for the frigging ghost to show up again.
Henry Cavill, reload the fists.
Oh, right. Yeah, he reloads his fists, absolutely. Cocking the fists.
All right. Great. So next up, this shadows. Neris appearing out of the wall, a shadow goes to attack you. This one moves up and runs towards, floats towards Brina, going, "Don't take my Leo from me." And one more also appears, this time out of the wall in front of Malar, and goes to attack you.
Wait, so the ghost went to attack Brina or me?
You're all getting attacked by separate shadows. So the one that attacks Brina gets a 12, so Brina will use shield so that she doesn't get hit, because she doesn't want to die.
That's extremely reasonable.
The one on Malar, 21 to hit. That's a hit. You take 8
Malar, use shield.
Malar, you take 8 points of necrotic damage, and your strength is reduced
Malar,
by
learn
1.
shield.
By 1. The last one on Leoberin. No, sorry, Neris. That's a 14 to hit. I think 14 is going to miss because your AC is 16. As you
Misses.
said. It misses. It's like goes to attack you. Fails dismally at
I'd make a rude gesture, but I'm not going to. What?
But again, because of Malar's continual flame, it stays in place. The one by Brina, however, can move back and try and meld back into the wall. But Brina would get an attack of opportunity with her wand, because she's got an item to hit it with.
Melee wand? Wait, she's hitting it with the wand.
It's got a melee mode, if you remember.
Yeah, she can turn it into a
amazing.
quarterstaff, but she has to. I think it's
You can turn it into.
I think it's a bonus action. Let me just double check. If it's a free action, she is definitely doing that. Yeah, it's a bonus action to change form, so she can't do it, unfortunately, with her reaction. So instead, she's just going to try and hit it with a wand. Improvised weapon. Let's go. She rolled a 4. So, and with her strength of 3, which is minus 4, that's about a 2 to hit. So she definitely misses as the creature then moves into the wall. All right. That is them. It's then Malar. Your turn.
Okay. I'm going to.
One immediately in front of you.
I think I'm just going to sack this guy off. I'm going to run the risk of the
Opportunity attack.
Yeah, I'm just going to move.
3, 4, 5, 6. You actually will be in melee with the other one, but that's fine because it can't opportunity attack you while you're in melee. So that okay. 21 to hit again from the other one, so Malar, you take 9 points of necrotic damage.
I'm gonna cast shield on him. Can I do that as a reaction?
You do it on
now?
yourself, unfortunately.
Shield's only on yourself.
It's only on you, unfortunately. Sorry. And your Malar, your strength is reduced by 2, so you've lost 4 strength in this fight so far. Eep. But you've still got your action because you've just run away, and now you're in front of the other shadow, which is bearing down on Neris.
It's fine. We don't have any strength attackers.
Yeah, no, right.
I think the only drag is if we start getting encumbered by our backpacks.
Well, or just straight up killed by having a stat reduced to 0.
And
Yes.
that.
Plus, Malar
Okay,
is good with strength. That's one of his good points. But wisdom obviously is his.
I'm running.
You're gonna dash.
I'm gonna dash.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That one does not attack you. It seems to be preoccupied with Neris, saving its reaction. So you dash past that one. All right. That's your turn then. It's Brina next. I mean, she would now be encumbered by her backpack with a strength of 3, so she's. Oh God. So her movement is reduced down even more than it was before. So she's going to.
Man.
I don't feel so good, you guys. And she casts Fly on herself. And whee!
We're just gonna dissolve into dust the way you said that.
Yeah, right. That was an unfortunate parallel to bring up there.
Yes. But yes, she's going to cast Fly on herself because she needs to get out of there and she is not moving quickly. But with a flying speed, the strength score doesn't really matter. So her movement speed got moved up to 60. So 1, 2, 5, 6, 8, 12. And then I think she can dash as well. So she'll dash with her movement. And she'll land. She'll fly.
Can't.
You what? No.
She can't dash. She casts the spell.
Oh, you're right. You are quite right, Steph. Thank you. But she moves further down the corridor. She's in the air, flying. Very good point. Good catch, because she actually cast the spell. Silly boy, Jack. Okay. All right, that's her turn. Leoberin, you're next.
Mm-hmm.
The one that you charmed has disappeared into the wall.
Yeah. It's charmed until the end of this turn, so it's
Yep.
good times. Oh.
Sorry, it keeps on switching tonight.
Yeah.
I could unplug my one, actually.
Oh no. Wait. I looked at the stream, went, it's fine on stream, and then I realised that was because of the delay.
I've unplugged my one, so hopefully it shouldn't
we're back.
flicker now.
I think the goal is to keep running down this corridor.
Yep. You will go past this one, but it has already used its opportunity attack, so you're free to move past it.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4, 5. You dashing? Because you're kind of blocked by Neris at this point. You can only move
At
to
this
there.
point, yeah, I'll keep dashing so I can use all my
6,
movement.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yep, further down the corridor. Again, the creature doesn't seem to attack you. It seems to be preoccupied with its quarry, with Neris. Who is next?
We can just outrun these things.
At this point, I can start moving bits of the
Who is
map away,
next?
which is nice. It's Neris.
You.
Me? Okay, great.
Omar to go.
The thingy's in front of me, isn't it?
It
Yeah.
sure is.
Oh my goodness gracious. I'm trying to think. Okay, nobody's next to me. That's good. So I'm not gonna set anybody on fire just by being. But everybody's in front of me, so I'm gonna. Thing is, I don't know how they react to fire, so
Only one way to find out.
yeah. But I don't want to waste a spell slot just to find out that
didn't-
they don't.
Didn't you see Brina hit them with fire? Was it?
Oh,
fire?
did she? Sorry, I was
She hit it
briefly
with,
distracted.
Thunder or lightning.
It was lightning. It was
Sorry.
Lightning,
It
yeah.
didn't work
Okay, so. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to take my Shadow Blade. That's what I'm gonna cast.
Ooh,
A Shadow goes
Blade,
versus Shadow.
which I believe is a bonus action. So yeah, you've still got your action.
Yes. And I'm going to just slash across its stupid face.
Okay. Make an attack roll. But
Darling.
you are not in dim light, so you don't get advantage on your attack because of the continual flame. But anyway.
Well, that's a good thing that I rolled an 18.
18 hits. Roll damage.
damage. 2d8, for fuck's sake. I can't get this. I love this thingy, this case, but it doesn't really allow me to...
What kind of damage is it, sorry, with the Shadow Blade?
Psychic damage.
Psychic damage.
I don't know.
Psychic. Good, I thought it was a necrotic for a minute, and then I was going to rain on your parade.
No.
No, psychic, fine.
I done roll 14.
Just with that slice. Cut it, you cleave it in two, the shadows split into two, and dissipates. Slayed.
Yeah!
It's down, you're clear
It's
to
on.
move. You want to
There's
keep
just
moving
like
forward?
smugly looks at her, so it's like, oh yeah. And then moves forward with the party
Does
as
a
far
little-
as she can.
Little floss. 1, 2, 3.
A moment of smugness.
The floss of victory.
brief moment of smugness.
All right, that puts you level with Malar.
And
Nice.
I'm not on fire. Did you notice that it did the
Yeah, you
thing
didn't do the
where if
fire
I went
thing.
close to you guys, I didn't set you guys on fire?
Yes, notably, she didn't set you on fire.
Learning.
Which for most people is normal, but for her, that's a big step forward. All right,
It
anyway.
only took me 2 years.
Only. But here we are. All right. So that is the bottom of the round. Up to the top of the round, Seth.
I hate to be this guy, but at top of the round, everyone takes another point.
Seth and Brucon do not, but the rest of you who are in the passageway take a point of necrotic damage.
I'm having a very nice time in this trial so far. Like, just a bit of walking,
Or
running
running.
around.
Brucon's like,
taking-
yeah, Brucon's kind of like, I don't
Damage.
really. I mean, that ghost was weird, but everything else seems fine. This is relaxed. These guys don't really know how to put on a proper test. It seems
The
to
rest of
me.
them are really taking their
Ghosts.
time.
There were ghosts.
Oh yes, I hit it.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I punched it in the face.
You two are going to be the ones standing next to the Hydra while the rest of us throw spells at this. Enjoy
Yes.
it while it lasts.
That is indeed the plan. Yes.
Yeah, my plan is to literally enjoy this until I go down at least 3 times. This is why we want you to stay alive.
All right, Seth. What are you doing, buddy? What are you doing?
Boom, boom, boom. Can I... Well,
Hey,
there's
Key,
no
thanks for
giant
joining.
Hydra in the middle of the room, so
Yeah.
I'm going to... Can I see anyone behind me? Like, the rest of the party actually come into the corridor yet?
You can hear they're on their way. You can hear hurried footsteps.
I'm going to cast message to Brucon, and I'm just going to say, I think they're just coming around the corner. If you find the Hydra, don't start fighting yet till they're here.
Plugged it in.
Okay.
at
I'm
a
gonna-
different spot.
I'm gonna stay in the fire.
Okay. Maintain your fire.
I
and
can't
stay in
be
there.
a monster, and I don't want to start the fight before everyone gets here.
That seems entirely
I don't want to
reasonable
die.
and fair. Right, Brucon, you're next.
Okay. Another perception check to see if Brucon can detect any hint of this hydratic individual.
Sure.
That's more like it. Dirty 20.
Okay.
No, sorry. No, I can't add 18. Sorry.
Okay, to the rear of the rocky outcropping, you swear you saw something move. Perhaps a large
In the middle of the.
at
middle
the
of the
back,
pool.
in the middle of the pool is the outcropping, and at the back you just saw some movement. Couldn't get a bead on exactly what it was that was moving, but it looked like something that could be ahead of this particular creature that you're looking for.
Cool. Okay,
Oh.
so Brucon's going to move over to stand next to Seth and say to him, "I think I saw something at the back there. Keep an eye behind the rock. I think our target, our quarry, might be lurking around there." Was that not? That was presumably 9 squares of movement, Jack.
It
'Cause
was 9 squares of movement, yes.
Okay, so Brucon's going to use his remaining 9 for his standard, his regular move.
Yeah.
To go back into the corridor. Comes around the corner and walks straight into most of the rest of the party and goes, we think we might have found a thing. Everything all right here?
I mean, I guess the rest of us are actually just running at Brucon, like just trying to get out this corridor.
And he's like, zip,
Right,
everything okay here?
Okay. I think Brucon. Yeah, Brucon's gonna dodge again.
Dodge.
So he's gonna now form the kind of rear guard. He's basically standing there going, "Go, go, go, go!" as people run past him round the corner. But he'll try and interfere with any remaining ghosties if they
Clear the
if
target.
they,
30 seconds.
yeah, basically.
All right. Yeah, cheering him on, ready to. Are you? And what are you using your action to do to dodge? Did you say?
Dodge, yeah.
Yeah. Cool. All right. End of your turn. This is shadows. Okay. Appearing it between Neris and Brucon is the one that got away, that was charmed by Leoberin before. It seems back for vengeance. Another one also appears behind Leoberin, going to attack him.
Wait, what? I'm a poor
They're
innocent child.
Peering out of the walls, man. They're all over the place. They're coming out of the walls to make an attack. So first of all, the one will it go for? Because it's got a choice here. It could go to Malar, it could go to Neris, it could go to Brucon, and it dislikes you all equally. It's going for Neris. All right.
This is not the one that Brucon punched in the face a moment ago. Then.
No, that one is the one that's now attacking Leo. Weirdly.
Oh right.
But yes, it seems to be a lot of movement. Anyway, with a 9, it's going to miss Neris, and then the other one against Leo, a 13 to hit, which I think also misses.
It's a miss just by 1.
Excellent.
Man, guy with 0 hit points has 14 AC. How are you alive? How are you still alive?
It's a question.
Makes no damn sense. Compels
right.
me though.
Makes no damn sense. All right, that's the end of the shadows. Then it's Malar.
I would like to run past Brucon, so just move me up towards Seth.
Oh, and Brucon will also will announce behind the rock. Pay attention to behind the big rock in the big chamber.
Behind the big rock. Malar, the shadow, is going to try to attack you as you move past. 20 to hit, non-natural.
Yeah. Oh, come on!
It's getting the high rolls against you. It's so typical. I think you've got the highest armor class, right? Or maybe Seth has now. So that's
I'm pretty sure it's Malar.
You've taken 7 points of necrotic damage, and your strength is reduced by 1. Nishkit. So that's your movement. You've still got your action. Do you want to dash into the room, or do you want to? I don't know. You've got spells and things.
Yeah, go on. Move me into the room. Move me up adjacent to Seth. Put me on his right-hand side.
Right-hand side, yeah.
Hey, Mala.
A square in front of him.
Yep.
On his right. Ah, jeez.
Jeez.
And that's turn.
All right. Brina is next. She's flying, so she's out of reach of the shadow. She's flying high up towards the roof. So she's about 15 feet up or so, and she's gonna continue on like whee! And she's going to fly into the room and go, oh no, oh cover. Find a rocky outcrop, and it's going to attempt to hide behind it. Oh wow, that's not a bad roll for her. I don't think she's got. I'm pretty sure she doesn't have stealth, but it's only a -1. So with a 12, she thinks she's quite well hidden behind a rock.
As she goes past, I'm going to whisper, "You were hidden in the fire."
I don't trust that, Seth. All right, it's Leoberin's turn next. So you have the one shadow bearing down on you.
The one shadow bearing down. Oh, this is the melee again. Why?
Yes.
Why would you do this to me?
Why are we meleeing the spellcasters? It's not fair.
But being told to hurry ahead.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'd like to spend my action
Yes.
to disengage,
Very wise. Yes.
and then I'll spend my movement to GTFO.
You can get round the corner. You're just outside of. You're still in the passageway, but you're 10 feet. You're 2 squares away from getting into the room. Cool.
That's fair.
Neris, you're next. Again, you've got the one bearing down on you, but it has used its opportunity attack, so you could run away from it if you wanted to for free.
Or mess it up with your Shadow Blade.
Or mess it up with your Shadow Blade, because that worked very well last time.
Good.
Oh, you're muted, Marta.
Because I'm crunching
you're
on some
nomin.
carrots because I'm hungry. Yeah.
Entirely unreasonable.
So we haven't seen any of the ones that we've punched/stabbed come back, right?
Yes,
So
you
far.
have. The ones that are still alive, the ones that haven't been slain have come back. Like the one that Brucon punched is now back here.
Right,
and
but the one that
Leoberin was charmed by is now facing you. But the one that you
Destroyed is
slay hasn't
destroyed.
reappeared. Yes, the one that you.
I will
Destroyed it.
stab it in the face, in its stupid face.
Okay,
Mhm.
make an attack roll. You are actually in dim light now, so you have advantage. Because Malar's moved away with his
Oh.
continual torch.
17.
Hits.
I want to re-roll a 17.
I mean, that hits,
Yeah.
but if you want to, you've
Well,
got
the
advantage, so
beginning
you might
is
as well, in
correct.
case you
Oh,
crit.
does it? Okay, yeah, does it count?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
that's
not
an 11.
inspiration.
Okay, so you hit because you had advantage. That's good. Roll some damage, please.
Damage,
Damage.
darling. That is 10.
10 altogether.
10 altogether, 2 and an 8.
That one, it was damaged. It took 5 points of damage from the lightning from Brina. So yeah, that's enough. That'll cut it up. That one's
Yeah.
down. Slain another one
Slice
in
and
almost
dice.
identical ways. You just hack across it with the Shadow Blade, and it just breaks.
I just
in
have
two.
to say, I stab it in its stupid face,
You
and the
did.
gods smile upon my dice.
And it's like it splits the face like around the jaw. That's where it splits into before it disappears. Okay, you've still got your movement, and you're now free to do so. You want to move on out of there?
Oh Lord, I'm running.
Oh Lord, they're coming.
Oh Lord, I'm running. Actually,
3,
yeah, I've already said it. It's fine.
4, 5. Okay, you are 5 feet
Is-
away from freedom, or the chamber ahead.
Okay.
Okay. End of your turn. Then top of the round. Over to Seth.
Brucon take damage.
Yes, sorry, top of the round. Leo, Neris, and Brucon all take a point in necrotic damage.
Here it is.
And then it is
Okay,
Seth's
so
turn.
we know now exactly where you need to be to not have that happen.
Come with me if you want to not die.
Cool. I'm going to start to move forward. I would like to. Sorry, moving forward quietly. I can't use. That's hide as a bonus action.
Yeah.
So I'm probably using stealth as an action
Okay.
to be as quiet as possible, in case the thing is just asleep.
Right.
As I start to move forward, I'm going to say to Brina, I'm gonna hit. Like when we start fighting, I'm gonna hit it with a dagger. If you can help it to fail against some poison, please do so. And I'm going to try and sneak around, and I'm going to draw out the Drow Blade poison, Drow Poison Blade that I have.
Yeah. Yeah, no problem. So roll a stealth check then for your hiding, as it were, keeping stealthy, while I look up exactly what this means with the thing. Yes.
Yeah, because if it fails by a lot for the Drow Poison, it's very, very useful.
Yep. I'm just checking out her spells. Like, what can she do? What would help?
No, I was talking about her portent.
Oh, portent. Oh, I forgot to roll those for her in the morning. I should do that.
Yeah, because she can use them on enemy saving throws and stuff.
Oh wow, a 20 and an 18.
Shit.
So there's a crit that she can give to somebody at some point. and an 18. So yeah,
Amazing.
those are useful. I'm definitely. I'm
I
going to
was-
note those right now.
I was seriously hoping for something below 8. If it was below 8, it would go. The Hydra could go unconscious for an hour.
Ooh, yes. Alas.
That's
Oh,
what I
I
was really
see.
hoping for.
I
Just
see.
anything below 8.
So are you sneaking round to the side, like going towards the back where that movement was spotted? Is that what you're planning? Or are you going into the water because you
Yes.
can swim?
No, going around the side to try and see it.
Okay, you can get there with your normal movement.
Can I see it?
You can make a perception check.
14 on the dice, 17 overall.
17. Yeah, again, like Brucon said, you see something stir in the water behind the rocky outcropping.
Aren't I quite close to it? Is it how much of it is out of the water, or is it all below it?
It's the rocky outcropping is obscuring your view of whatever's moving behind it.
Can I
The outcropping is in the
bonus
middle.
action move a little bit closer?
You can dash you can do that but you were going to do your. I guess you can't hit anything at the moment. If that makes sense. Yes.
No, I don't. I didn't want to hit this turn.
Okay, so to physically get closer, you'd have to go into the water. Otherwise, you're just kind of going around the outside.
Okay, well, I'm going stealthy, so that's fine.
If anyone's
moving
going
to
in,
water.
if anyone should go into the water, it should be safe.
You can take a little dip.
Cool.
Swim up.
Go on, fish boy.
Swim up, like see what's going on around this outcropping. As you start quietly swimming over to where that movement came from.
Does it help that I rolled a 30 for my stealth?
It does actually, yes.
Motherfucker. Is it relevant that I just rolled enough stealth to walk like straight into a room and have nobody notice? Is that relevant?
It could be asleep.
Well, see, the thing with stealth is that you can be quiet, but if you're walking very quietly out in the open, you're not hidden as such. Things can still see you if you're open.
I was just.
Yeah.
But
can't
a 30 means he is being especially quiet, and that means that the readied attack from the Hydra will have disadvantage because you catch it a little bit unawares because of how quietly you've been getting into the water. But it knew you guys were
Cool.
there, and so with that,
He's not asleep.
it appears that the rocky outcropping itself was in fact the Hydra.
Yeah.
As it spools its various heads forward, and one of them goes to attack you. Okay, we have
Cool.
disadvantage. The lowest I rolled was a 19 to hit.
That is my armor class.
Yes. Are you shielding, or are you going to take the hit?
I am debating. I am shielding because it's probably got a turn after me.
You're quite right. Yes, it does, because you're top of the order, so it will be after you. Yes.
Yep. Yeah, I'm shielding.
You're shielding. Okay. So the head goes to like, as it opens its great maw, one of these 7 heads of this creature, this reptilian. It has something of the dragon about its great form, the crested head, and the kind of very small but shielded eyes from it, the long forked tongue that you see as it's more gapes open and tries to clamp around you, but at the last second you cast shield and you can see like these great rows and rows of teeth of this one head is trying to grip onto you, but it just can't seem to pierce the barrier that you've just created, and it's struggling with it. But the other 6 heads looking around greedily for its next meal and regards some of the rest of the party that appear to be coming through the corridor as we speak. So that is your turn, I believe.
Yeah, I think that's all my stuff.
Yep. Brucon's next.
Okay, can I ask you a question, Jack?
Yes.
The edge of the pool,
Yes.
the nearest where Malar is, what's the distance from there to the Hydra?
Aha. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
No. From the how far from the edge of the pool that the Hydra is in is the Hydra itself?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's 15 feet back.
50
from the edge.
That's extremely aggravating. Okay.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, because that means that Brucon has to use Step of the Wind. Okay. Brucon's going to use Step of the Wind. It's probably a good idea anyway, to be fair. Actually, is it?
I'm assuming you're running back into the fray, and then you're going to Step of the Wind to launch yourself at it across the water. Is that
Yeah,
the idea?
with Step of the Wind, Brucon's long jump is 28 feet. Without Step of the Wind, it's 14 feet.
Oh,
Very,
I
you
see.
can see why I'm annoyed at the numbers there.
So you're running, bonus action, Step of the Wind, and then you go.
Yeah, let's do it. Brucon's just gonna. So everyone else just hears mine. As Brucon pelts through from the corridor straight at the Hydra.
You run through the
before the edge.
You sprint through the corridor. You like zip past Leoberin and Neris, who are desperately trying to get out of there, like phew, straight through like the Flash, through the major image flames that Malar is standing in, and you kind of get a bit of his musk as you sprint past. Launch yourself into the air as you clear the flames, catapulting yourself over the water straight towards the many-headed beast. Make your attack roll, please, or your first attack roll, should I say?
I'm going to make both of them at the same time.
Do it. Yeah.
Is this in any way? Is this surprising at all? Can I? You don't get it if you don't ask.
You weren't technically hidden, so no.
No. Okay.
It's surprisingly awesome, but that's not worth anything. It's worth kudos. I would say it would be worth inspiration, which you can gift to somebody else if you already have it.
Yeah, I already have it. So does Brina have inspiration right now?
Yes. I've got to stop awarding inspiration. They need to use inspiration, right? Okay. Anyway.
Who in the party does not currently have inspiration? Malar, as Brucon zips past you, he does a little. he gives you a little high five en route and grants you inspiration.
Thank you.
And you just hear very quickly, "Back me up, bro!" and it just boom goes, and 2 attack rolls.
A superhuman leap. It's incredible. And yes, attack.
It's both 7. Attack. We have. Oh my god. Okay, so that's a 10 and a natural 1.
Oh god. Brucon, as you use Step of the Wind, you will not have to make an acrobatics check to save yourself from certain humiliation. As you launch yourself, you always get so caught up in the momentum of the boots of speed, the step of the wind, like channeling your ki, that you are a feather on the breeze, and you start just floating harmlessly down. You take your swings, but you just hit solid air, and then
I nearly overshoot. Brucon it almost goes clean past the Hydra.
Yeah, you have to put on the handbrake mid-air, just and then just start off, and you float down. You hit the water. You're bobbing on top of the water. You're not drowning or anything at this point, but you are now staring into the many heads of the 7 deaths.
Now, when Brucon used Step of the Wind, it gives you dash or disengage. Clearly no reason to use disengage.
Yes.
So, can Brucon use it to dash and still retain? If Brucon is dashing, he gets 36 squares of movement in a turn.
Okay, you can do that. Yes.
So having done that and hopefully got this thing's attention, Brucon now wants to butterfly stroke. Brucon starts making dolphin noises as he butterfly strokes his way out of the as he crests the water and starts swimming around.
Did you just say you're using it to disengage rather than dash?
No, to dash. There's no point in disengaging.
Okay, well it does have opportunity attacks it can use against you.
Okay, fine.
So. And for each of its heads, it gets an opportunity attack.
Okay.
Disengage.
How
Disengage.
far was? Right, count how many squares from where Brucon was to where he wound up next to the Hydra.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 14.
14. Okay, so he will use disengage, and I don't know. What is it, like half speed in the water?
Yes.
Okay, so he'll move 2 squares away then, but with the benefits of disengage.
Yep. I probably should just let you dash, and then you could have learned through pain. But there we go. You have avoided the many heads of the 7 deaths.
I mean, I exist to be the meat shield, so there we are. But okay, anyway, thank you. Well, thank you, Derek.
You're welcome. You're welcome. But now you all know, as it goes to bite him, you're like, oh no, this thing looks horrible. All right. It's never going to use those reactions now. I shouldn't have said that. Anyway, that's your turn. Next are the shadows, who are not very fast, as far as I'm aware. All right, so they. Here it is. Oh no, they're 40-foot speed. No, they are fast. All right, the one that was that Leo ran away from, it's going to chase you, Leo. It's going to stand so that it's within reach of both Neris and Leoberin, but it's going to go for Leo. It's got a taste for you, so.
Shockingly unfair.
But that is an 8 to hit,
biased.
so it's going to miss. It's going to
wow,
miss.
okay.
But you also hear behind you more of those wails, Leoberin. Not as in whale song, like but of the wails of the shadows. Obviously, shadows. Leo, join us. Yeah.
No, thank you.
No, thank you. Oh, and sorry. Should have happened before the shadows, but alas, I forgot. Anyway, the creature, the Hydra, rears up. It uses its lair action, and which for this turn is Stomp. So I need Malar, Brina, Brucon, and Seth all to make Constitution saving throws, please.
Who is Neris
so
included?
not Neris, not Leo, the other 4.
Okay.
18.
18 succeeds, Brina fails.
27.
Jesus, bro.
27 on a con save.
20 what?
I've got the cloak, which gives me +1. My con is +4, and I've got the bless, which is a D4, on which I rolled a 4.
Aha! Right,
And
that
you rolled a
makes more
20
sense.
as well.
Damn, girl.
And
And Brucon, 19.
all right. So all of you who saved, as the creature rears up, you can see that it's got these very thick, trunk-like but kind of stubby legs, which it stamps down into the water, and you feel the shock waves. Those of you who saved are not pushed back, and saved, so you don't take any damage. But Brina failed, so she takes.
Could I be pushed back?
Yeah,
No.
I was going to say, there's no
No.
there's no waves of any kind we can be surfing here.
I mean, there is, but you succeeded on your you stay the course with your hardiness. Brina, however, takes 10 points of thunder damage and is pushed 15 feet back, which slams her into the wall behind her. So she takes an additional 4 points of bludgeoning damage. So she takes 14 points of damage from that, and is not.
What's she on
prone.
now?
She's on 8.
Right. Okay.
Is it? Ow! I'm not feeling very well.
Hang on, isn't she flying?
No, she flew down to hide behind a rock.
Right. Okay.
And it did not protect her from this. So that happened. All right, that's the lair action. Then it was the shadow, the shadows, and now it is Malar to respond.
Okay, so I've probably heard Brina doing a bit of a cry.
Yeah, and you look and see tears in her eyes, stinging as she's holding onto her back, which has taken a big hit from that attack.
Oh, legitimately torn. How far is Brina away from me?
25 feet.
25 feet.
Sorry, 30
Where's
feet.
Hang on. 30 feet. Yeah, walk me up to Brina then.
Miss Brina.
Brina. I didn't get Brina's health score. I
Her
will
max is
pour out
32.
Max is 32.
Yeah, and she's on 8.
Oh boy. Okay. I will give her. Okay, I'll give her a first. No, I'll give her a second level cure wounds.
Oh, thanks. Do you want to? You can roll that.
I'll roll that. That's because there's a whole heap of adding I've got to do at this end.
Yeah.
9 plus 4 is 13 plus another 4 is 17 points of healing.
Oh wow, she's up to 25 out of 32. That's
And
incredible.
I get a little bit of magical kickback on that as well.
Because life cleric.
Yeah. Lifeline, baby.
Nice.
And that will be Malar's turn. That's him sort of bonus action. No, I've got nothing.
Okay,
Skip.
well
Go
Brina's
on.
next. So she looks you in the eyes with her very large, very cute eyes in a very small face, and like through her tears says, "Thank you. Now it's my job to protect the rest of you." And she is gonna. Ooh, what could she? Ooh. Oh no! She's not gonna fireball.
Hypnotic,
She could
no,
fireball.
hypnotic pattern. Hypnotic
pattern.
patterns rule.
She has got hypnotic pattern prepared, actually. So yes, she will stand up and she will cast hypnotic pattern at the creature. It has to make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed, the creature
Wisdom
becomes
save.
charmed for the duration. All right.
And is incapacitated.
And is incapacitated. All right. So it's a wisdom save. Rolled an 18.
Damn.
It saves. She casts the spell. It saves. She's like,
Yeah.
"We're going to protect the rest of you." Fwa, 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 fwa. But I thought they fixed it. She's a little bit stunned at this point. Oh no, it's all gone wrong. She looks up in terror at the many-headed beast, and she is, and also that dropped this fly spell because that was a concentration spell. So that's buggered that up. So she's gonna be like, "Oh no!" and then run. A bit.
Hang on, wasn't she behind it? There's a obstacle there, isn't there? The whole point
That's
of
true. That's
her
true.
landing there was to hide.
That's true. She could duck behind it. They know it's there, so she'll go prone. That's a good idea. Thanks, Bart. That's a good point. And also, I don't know if she'd want to run away if that's the best decision or not with Malar. But anyway, she's going to duck behind the rock. Okay, that gives her, as she's prone, that gives her 3/4 cover. Okay, that's her turn. Next is Leoberin. With a shadow bearing down on you. Both. Very close to the edge, though.
Shadow is once again in melee range.
Yes.
They're quite swift, these boys.
They just want to cuddle you.
Oh. They do, but their
Forever.
cuddles reduce my strength and
Yes.
health.
It's like being smothered.
Do I disengage again?
I've got to turn the fan on. Things are getting hot in here.
That makes attack roll, so that's not going to help.
Whew.
It's disadvantage to attack if I try and attack it. But it's also real annoying. They don't seem to have come through. Once we're out the corridor, they don't seem to have come out to the people in the room.
That's true,
I
yes.
think you're probably safe out of the corridor.
Yeah, I'm just wondering whether to spend the action to disengage or just to run and take the hit. Take the potential hit.
How's your health and strength score looking?
Strength is still positive. Health is 14, which is still above half.
Yes.
So,
It's unlikely, but it could. Yeah, it's unlikely to take you out in one hit.
yeah. Let's do it. Let's
Not
see if I can
impossible.
save an action.
All right.
Save an action for throwing stuff at the Hydra. Start moving
It will
away.
it will try and take an opportunity attack against you because it wants to cuddle you. 19 to hit.
Oh well, that's a hit.
Oh my god.
Can
So
I
you know I
do
said I
anything
noticed
against
you know I
that?
said that it's very
You are
unlikely to take
shitting
you
me.
unconscious. That's 13 points of necrotic damage,
Okay.
and your strength is reduced by 4.
Ah. Okay. So, my 4 on top of what I've already lost.
Yeah.
So,
So
good times. Good times.
God. Of everyone, I mean,
Cool.
Karina's on strength
Still not
3,
unencumbered.
so-
Still not unencumbered.
Good.
I have 1 hit point. You know what? Since that's probably the only attack that's going to ever trigger that at this point, I'm going to use Misty Escape.
Oh. What is that? And sorry,
So
remind me
when
because
it-
it's been a while. What does that do?
If I take damage, I can use my reaction to turn invisible
Woohoo!
and teleport up to 60 feet
Where would you like to go?
to an unoccupied space I can see. I remain invisible until the start of my next turn or until I attack or cast a spell.
Okay, so so the reaction goes off after you take the damage. So before you move any
Before
further.
I've moved.
So
Yeah.
yeah. So you can teleport 60 feet. Where would you like to go? I guess it's somewhere you can see in the chamber. Where would you like?
Yeah, somewhere I can see in the chamber. Probably. I'm pointing. It doesn't make any sense. The sort of like a 45-degree angle, the side that Malar is. So as go into the room 45 degrees and just keep going until I probably a bit further away from the Hydra. Yeah.
About there.
So I'm invisible. I'm there.
You
I
are-
technically have some movement. Is there any cover around here, or is it just the cover where Brina is?
Yeah. There is for somebody of your size, it's difficult. There is not a lot of cover. No.
Cool. Probably not going to cast a spell. Although if I cast a spell, I will have advantage on an attack roll because
you're hit, 'cause
I
you're
am
invisible.
invisible.
The whole reason you took the damage from the ghost was to have the action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I was just thinking if I have, do I have any kind of health potion?
Well, if you stay in the fire, you'll have advantage on attacks anyways, because it can't see in the fire.
Yeah.
He's invisible
So-
anyway, so
I can spend an action drinking a health potion,
that's not a
Yeah.
bad idea when you're on 1. Actually.
or I can spend an action blasting while invisible.
Will you'll remain invisible when blasting? Will you?
No, as soon as he casts a spell or attacks, he'll reappear.
But because I was invisible when I started, it will have advantage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if
yeah.
you're doing a leveled spell, I'd say maybe, but if it's just Eldritch Blast, I mean, if I was a player, I would be like, in the party, I'd be like, no, maybe don't use Eldritch Blast and stay invisible for now.
I'm going to stay invisible. I'm going to drink a potion
Okay.
because most of my spells are saves, which won't be
Affected
Yeah.
by the
as far as
advantage.
I won't be
Makes
affected.
sense.
Yeah.
Neris is next. The shadow has used its reaction, so you could move away without being attacked. Oh,
You're
you are
muted
muted again, I'm afraid. Son of a bitch.
And it will. I'm on a roll today. It won't follow me out of the corridor, will it?
They
Doesn't seem
haven't
like
so
it.
far, no.
Yeah, I'm gonna run over it.
Okay, you're in the room. Where do you want to go? With 5 feet of movement, you enter the room.
I don't know. There's been a lot happening.
There has. It's
If you
kicked off.
if you stay in the fire, it can't see you.
So you'll get advantage.
I will be in the fire and fire at it to see what fire does to it.
Yeah.
But what do I fire at? I mean, to be honest, to see what fire does to it, I'm gonna do just a bog standard firebolt, really.
If you've got advantage, you could do Scorching Ray. You'll have advantage on each of those rolls.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's like got some kind of crazy fire resistance.
It's true.
The big dragon.
Although at that point, what?
It's big scaly thing like a dragon.
Yeah, exactly. So it might, I don't know.
Yeah, supposedly a dragon's pet. So it's there's something draconic about it for sure. Yeah, so that's seems a reason.
Yeah, I know we want to like.
Firebolts,
Yeah.
is it? Do you want to roll to hit?
At the same time, even if I spend a spell slot, if I can't use fire, then it's pointless. More than enough.
You're in trouble.
You can
Yeah,
throw you can throw
big
your
trouble.
shadow blade if you're close enough, can't you?
I'll do scorching ray.
Oh, okay. Scorching ray.
But like the second level.
Yep. So that's 3 balls of fire. You're gonna throw at the creature.
You beat.
You have advantage on all of them.
Okay. So I roll to hit. No, I don't.
Yeah.
Do I?
You
Yeah.
roll
Yeah.
But
two
I know
damage.
how to play this game.
So-
Of course I do.
Yeah. So she has advantage because of the major image which is obscuring her from it, right? But she's
just
not
the
obscured
silent
from
image.
it. But yeah, the silent image. Sorry.
Yeah, she can see it. He can't see through the flame.
Would it have to do an investigation check or something to be able to see through the?
It would have to
illusion?
use its action
Yeah.
against my spell save DC, or it would have to interact with it.
Yep. No problem. All right.
So the first roll
Yes.
is a 19.
19 hits.
The second one is a natural 20.
Woo!
Yeah. Great, baby.
Double dice.
Yes.
So that'll be 4d6 on
And
that
so
one.
natural 20, by the way, I have a +6 to hit. So it's really 26.
It's
Okay.
much.
Scorching ray.
Yeah. Anyway.
That's right.
Yep.
And then I rolled, this is like, this needs to be clipped. I rolled a 19 on the dice. So
So that's 2 19s and a
25.
20. That's whoa. Okay, so that's 3 hits. So you do 8d6 worth of fire damage. So you're equivalent of a fireball, a localized fireball on this thing.
Yeah.
So roll.
And
some
So,
you
I'm
also
just gonna-
add, like charisma to 1, so you get like +3 or something to fire.
What's that?
Okay, well, I'm rolling these.
Yeah,
I'm
roll.
actually using D&D Beyond for it.
Oh, you can use the dice roll.
And yeah, so that is 26 points
26 points of damage. Whew.
plus well, I guess charisma modifier is a +3 on it on one of these, like you guys said. I'm not sure. I trust you
Is that a
people.
+3 on each? On each?
I think it's
No,
on one.
Oh, just on one of
One.
them. Okay.
Just 1.
So 29 points of damage.
29 points of damage. One of the heads.
And you also need to roll 1 more scorching ray because you got a crit. But on D&D Beyond, you only rolled it 3 times.
Right. Okay. So that's another 7 on top of that. So 36
36.
points of
36 points
damage.
of damage.
damage. Not bad for a second level spell.
Yeah.
You can use a 4th level spell slot to get an
I
extra range.
exploded a head!
You exploded a head.
Nice.
The head is it burns off. It kind of like it's incinerated. It crumbles to dust and falls off the body, and you can see the stub has been cauterized by your fiery balls of death.
Neris was like doing the screamy thing this whole time, just so you know. Just as a dramatic flare.
Through the blue
And so
fire comes the red fiery balls that just destroy a head. Very nice, very nice. You've still got some movement if you want to move, or are you happy staying in the fire, in the fake fire?
I'll stay in the fake fire for
In
now.
the fake fire. All right. Very nice. Okay.
If there were
so-
crowds, she'd go, "Are you not entertained?"
Yes. At the end of your turn, because I forgot it could do this earlier, the Hydra is going to use one of its legendary actions.
Ew.
And it's going to again try to bite Seth here. It's a 19.
How many
on-
heads
19
does it have?
It has 6 heads now.
6 now.
Six.
That's
Okay.
a 19 on the dice, so that'll be a 27 to hit Seth.
I thought the 19 was total. Yes, 27 hits.
27 hits you. So you take this is a legendary action. It's vice grip. So you take 6 points of piercing damage, but you're also grappled and restrained by the bite. You are locked in its jaws.
Ah.
So your
Shit.
movement is 0, and I think you have disadvantage on attacks, and it has advantage on attacks against you. Yes. Anyway, restrained. Yes. But that's one of the heads is now you preoccupied with clamping onto Seth. So that means that only 5 heads remain on its turn, which is next, to attack. So what it's going to do, it's going to pivot round a little bit. It's going to move itself forward a bit. It can keep its head on Seth and take a little swim a little bit forward so that it's within reach of Brucon.
Yeah.
So first of all, the 3 heads at the front are all going to go for Brucon. All right. Lowest was a 16, which I think misses. The next was a 20,
a miss.
20 to hit and a 24 to hit.
Okay, 2 hits.
2 hits. All right. Brucon takes 20
Straight duck.
20 points of damage from those 2 bites.
Okay.
Clump,
That's not
chomp,
ideal.
chomp. Then one with advantage on Seth. Okay. It has a special. Okay, so 18 on the dice makes 26, and with advantage, 19 on the dice, which for this creature, a 19 has an extra effect. So you take.
Okay.
It's not a crit, but there is a crit as well with a 20, but a 19 or a 20. So you get the normal bite damage, which is 8, but you also take an extra d10 of elemental damage. You take 7 points of which head is this? You take 7 points of acid damage as this thing bites into you. So 8 normal, 7 acid, so 15 points of damage to you, Seth.
Okay.
There is 1 head left to attack. It's got a choice. Who should it go for? Brucon or Seth? It's a tough choice. It's going for Seth with advantage. I rolled 2 8s, so
Nice.
so 16 misses. Okay, so there we go. That's the.
Yes, it does.
It does. So there we go. The Hydra done. Top of the round. We're back to Seth, who is restrained.
Yes, so I'm restrained, so I can still attack, can't I?
You can. You have disadvantage, I believe, but you can attack.
Cool. I'm going to use my bonus action to use my steady aim.
Okay, because you're not moving. I see.
Which-
I see what you're doing there. Yeah.
Yep. So which should, I think, just cancel out.
Yep.
So it's just a normal attack.
Yep.
And I'm going to cast Booming Blade, holding the Drow Poison Dagger. And I'm going to stab down into the head that is biting me.
Yep.
We're
Yes,
full
good
dragon
call.
heart on this one, baby.
That is 21.
21 hits.
And dice. Oh, I'm not going to say that's good or bad before I do maths. Hang on. And so in case you need the damage separated, 6 thunder damage from Booming Blade,
Okay.
and 21 points of damage from
From the stabby stab.
yes,
piercing damage.
piercing damage. Sorry.
Piercing damage. Yep.
And
And
does the
then-
Drow give me any? So it's covered in Drow poison, the dagger,
Yep.
which means he doesn't take any additional damage, but he needs to make a saving throw.
Yeah. It needs to make a saving throw. What was this? What was the save?
Sorry, Constitution. So not the best choice for the Hydra,
Yeah.
but I can pray.
Well, it would have failed, but it's going to use one of its legendary resistances
Yeah.
to succeed. So you've used up one of its legendary resistances, so that's
What? Without the legendary resistance, what was it?
it. It rolled a 5, so it was 10, so it would have failed.
Yeah, sorry, it would have failed, so it would have been poisoned, but if it had got 8 or lower, it would have gone unconscious as well, and I was just curious if it actually would have done it.
I see. Not this turn, but you've used up a legendary resistance, which they don't get those back every turn, so that's very
Yeah.
good. Are you doing anything else with
Cool.
your turn? Oh no, you've bonus
I've
action, you've
done-
action, you can't move.
I've done 27 damage. Am I still in its mouth? Like, does it?
27 damage. Yes,
let go?
you're right. 27 damage is enough to remove that head.
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, remove the head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just wanted it
stab
to let
down,
me go.
You cut the head off. You
it
are
did.
free.
It worked.
You
I'll
stab
accept.
straight and true with your.
I'll accept the
arrow.
bonus of the head's not even there anymore.
So now you can move.
Yeah.
If you would like.
Surprisingly not. I'm surviving, and there's 5 heads left, so that's a bit more reasonable. So I'm going to. Is Brucon in melee combat with it?
It
Not
isn't
yet.
within. It's within reach of the Hydra, but Brucon is not within. So Brucon's not within. Sorry, the Hydra's not within Brucon's reach, but Brucon's within the Hydra.
Am I able to move just slightly so that I can give Brucon flanking if he moves into it?
Yeah. Yeah, you can go behind it, give it flanking. You can do that.
Yeah, so Brucon will have some flanking, and I'm gonna leave that dagger in its decapitated head and draw out the scimitar of speed.
Okay, nice. End of your turn. It's going to use one of its legendary actions. It's going to.
Oh shit!
Okay, so one of the heads turns to Brucon. And for a moment, Brucon, you look into the eyes of this creature that they seem to have an unnatural fire behind them, an unnatural glow to them. And as you look deeper into them, as it looking straight into yours, the two eyes become two scales, and you start to feel the effects of the hypnotic gaze. You need to make a charisma saving throw.
Okay, I'm going to make this with advantage. I'm going to use my inspiration
Okay.
to roll 2 and take the best results. Watch me now roll abysmally twice. No, okay. I rolled not great once and pretty darn great a second time. Dirty 20 is the best result there.
Okay, you shrug off the effects and are not charmed by the creature. It's your turn.
Cool. Okay. Brucon sees exactly where Seth's coming from and is going to move to within punchy range.
Yeah,
and
punchy
is
range.
going to hit it. Now, so because of what Seth's doing, what does that mean for Brucon?
You have flanking, so you have advantage on the attacks.
Outstanding. Okay, first attack with advantage.
Yeah.
That's a 22 to hit.
Hits.
Okay, Brucon's going to spend I said I wasn't going to do this, but under the circumstances, actually, because he's just used a legendary resistance, let's do it now. You spend a key point, stunning strike. DC 14
save.
con saving throw.
Oh, con save.
Con, yeah.
It uses another legendary resistance.
Cool. Okay, second attack is 14 was the best result there.
14's not the misses, unfortunately.
No.
Can't break through his scaly hide.
Yeah.
Sorry, how much damage was that with the first attack?
Oh yeah, I never rolled damage. Sorry.
He's like, no, the stun. It's all about the stun.
I went straight to the stun. That was the thing I really cared about. The damage is 8.
Okay, thank you. Sorry, yeah, continue. So 2 attacks done.
Yeah. Yeah.
Bonus action.
So there is a bonus action. What to do with it? It doesn't get legendary saves. Don't regenerate, do they? So
yeah, legendary resistances no. Per day they regenerate.
yeah. Okay. I think just to be on the safe side, Brucon's going to spend a bonus point. Spend a key point to, as a bonus action, use patient defense to take the dodge action.
Sounds good. That's very
And that's
very
Brucon's
wise. Patient defense.
The flurry of blows was tremendously tempting, but I do have to hit. So yeah.
Yes. End of your turn. It's going to use another legendary action.
Mhm.
This time, one of the heads rears up, looking to where all those balls of fire came from. Can't see the creature that threw the balls, but it's going to spit venom in that direction.
Mhm.
Neris, you need to make a dexterity saving throw.
The gods are with me today. And look, I'm unmuted. It is 19. No, non-natural 20. Sorry.
Non-natural 20.
Yeah.
Yep. You save, so you manage to you manage at the last second to dodge out of the way of some of this incoming acid venom that's sprayed at you. So you only take half damage. You take good. So instead of taking 13 points of acid damage, you only take 6 points of acid damage.
Yay!
Yay!
Hey.
It does singe your smouldering outfit though, which is perhaps not best pleasing for you.
I'm on fire right now. Doesn't fire like burn away some of the acid or something? Oh my god.
I mean, it does. It means that there's less damage to your outfit. Yes.
Okay, fine.
Yes.
It's
But
expensive,
you did,
okay.
You did take some damage from that. All right. So, end of Brucon's turn. Well, we've had the legendary action, then the layer action. And after that head spits, all of the heads in unison, the 5 remaining heads, wail out a piercing, baleful roar. Everyone needs to make wisdom saving throws. I'll do Rena.
Do a spend and
If Brina's really low on health, she's still got her portents.
What is going on?
Okay, Neris, what'd you get on your wisdom save?
Natural 20.
All right.
shit.
Nice. Nothing. You're fine.
So I'm not cheating. I can like put the camera down. It's just ridiculous.
Malar,
27.
27. You're fine. Brucon,
15.
15. Just make it. Seth,
17.
17. You make it. Leoberin,
dirty 20.
dirty 20. Everyone
Holy
is fine.
shit.
You shrug off. For a moment, all of your hairs stand on edge on the back of your neck, but you all take a deep breath and overcome your fear, and so are not frightened by the creature's baleful roar. All right, so it's now Malar's turn.
Yeah, I'd like to move towards this monstrosity 20 feet.
Fuck it up, Steve.
Bonus action, I'll dump out a spiritual weapon. 2nd level.
Yep, spiritual weapon. Oh, I've got him in here. Where are you putting it? Next to the
I'm
You could
gonna
make
roll.
it. You could give it more damage at 4th level, unless you've got other plans for that slot.
You know what? That's not a bad idea. Let's do it.
Because it's not concentration. There's basically nothing he can do to stop you from dealing that extra damage.
Exactly. Let's do it. Let's do it at 4th level.
Okay.
Right. So, and I'm still blessed. Here we go. That's going to be 17, 21 to hit.
Hits.
At higher levels, and you cast this 3rd, so
So the D8.
3d8.
Oh, no, hang on. No, so it's 1d8 base, right?
1d8
No.
base at 2nd level.
Second
Yeah.
level
You
spell,
only-
so 3rd, 4th.
Yeah.
So that's 3d8.
No. Well, okay. Right, yeah.
Which is insane.
That is
when you
gonna
think about it,
be-
but that is a 4th level slot.
That's going to be 19 points of force damage.
Okay, 19 points of force damage. Nice. It
That's
does
my
not look
bonus
happy about
action.
that. That's your bonus action.
Uh,
For fuck's sake. Okay, yeah.
My action, I will throw a Toll the Dead at it.
Toll the
So
Dead.
give me a wisdom save. Yes.
DC
15.
15 fails.
Nice.
Right. Okay, so that's where is it? One.
D2 D12.
D12.
Yep.
Less impressive. That's 5 points of necrotic damage.
That means you've done 24 points of damage in your turn.
Still pretty good.
Still pretty good, but one more would have been. Anyway,
Oh,
not important. Sorry, how much was that from the Toll the Dead? Sorry.
Well,
It was
4.
6 points.
no,
6 points of damage. Oh no, sorry. 19 plus 6 is 25 points of damage you've done. So with that,
Yeah.
another head goes down.
Boom.
Got what you needed and no more.
And that is
Astronomy,
going to
really.
be turn.
Very nice. All right, after Malar, it's going to use its final legendary action of this round because, well, it's losing heads pretty quickly. Yeah, it's going to... well, now that Brucon's in front of it as well, it's going to try and get sweet, sweet justice. It's going to try and bite you with its vice-like grip. It's a 21 to hit.
Was that rolling with disadvantage?
Oh, it wasn't. No, that was better. 21 to hit.
Okay.
Okay,
Right,
sorry about that. So you
Alright,
take
yeah.
7 points of piercing damage. 7 points of piercing damage.
Ow.
You are also now grappled and restrained.
Cool.
Yep. And then it is Leoberin. End of Malar is Brina's turn. Almost forgot Brina was there. She is there. And she's like, guys, get out of the way. I need to fireball it. So instead, she's
Don't
Brucon-
you
Brucon-
dare fireball me again!
Brucon calls out, "Do it now!"
kind of busy here. She's
No, Brucon calls out, "Do it! Do it! Do it! Do it!"
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. She's good.
There's no one
That's
behind
not
it,
again.
is there? As long as Brina aims the fireball.
It's
So
at least 16 feet tall. Like, surely she can air, but she can do a cloud
Yeah.
burst.
She's gonna.
As
She's
long as
gonna.
the-
She's
the
gonna.
front wall of the ball.
She's gonna chromatic orbit second level at this creature and do fire damage. All right, 16 on the dice. So yeah, 24 to hit because she's an absolute monster. She does hit. So second level, that's 4d8. Oh shit. Okay. That's 18 points of fire damage. Which is good, because you see as she hits the creature that all of those heads that were severed, the stumps are cauterized by that attack. That's the kind of intelligent play you'd expect from an intelligence 20 wizard. Yes, excellent play. All right, and then she immediately drops back behind her rock. Okay, it's like whack-a-mole. It's Leoberin next. You reappear from being invisible.
Woo. Bloomp.
Poop back into existence.
How many as a general health track for this thing? How many heads is it currently rocking?
It's rocking 4 heads.
4, I believe.
4. Okay.
It is as it is in the video. In the video
Three,
feed. I've been
yes,
removing heads manually.
There's things in the distance and resolution.
Oh yeah, sorry about that. That's...
I can see a Kerberos, but I can't see. There's
No, I can.
pointy
Yeah, I
things.
can. There's a bit of a camouflage effect going on, but anyway, there are indeed 4 heads there visible.
Right. So.
There you go.
Lovely. And identifying which things are heads and which
Yes,
things are
yes,
not heads.
there is some artistic license with my building, with Lego there.
Is anyone behind it? Or are we all in front?
Seth is behind it. He's kind of obscure because of how big the creature
God,
is.
Seth, yeah. Oh, well, I from where Leo's standing there, I can see both. So Leo is not going to drop a big blast on Seth. Am I not? I guess I'm not. Guess I'm not. I probably shouldn't. I won't. Wait, how big is the thing? Like
It's a huge
10,
creature.
15?
It's 15 feet
huge.
wide.
15 feet across.
Yeah.
Go on then. I can definitely tuck a shatter onto that.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, if I sort of like shift it off to one side, I can shatter it without shattering Seth. Although, do I want to shatter or do I just want to blast and trust my attack rolls?
Whatever you're doing, do it now. Do it now.
Okay, let's shatter.
Yeah.
Constitution save, DC 15.
Try and burn through another. It's probably its last legendary resistance. If indeed it has any left.
It succeeds with 16.
Yeah.
Boo. Okay. It's going to take the half damage. 17 thunder damage.
Nice.
Oh no, wait, hold on. Sorry, I was reading the thing wrong. So that's 17 plus what more? 17. 24. 30. Sorry, 15. Because it's 5 halved rather than. I was reading the wrong bit.
15 points.
15 thunder damage.
Nice.
Unless it's perhaps made of inorganic material.
No, unfortunately not. So it was halved to 15, or it's 15 halved.
He's already
halved
halved
15.
for you.
Yeah, I
Halved it
rolled
for me.
30.
Lovely, thank you.
I rolled 30.
Because he's a warlock, he automatically casts it at the highest level available, which is fourth now.
Just insane.
Fourth level shatter, 5d8.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Yeah, you basically rolled the. You rolled in the top 3 quarters. That's very nice. Okay.
Yeah,
Next.
I rolled an 8, a 7,
Are
a 7,
you
a
moving
6,
at
a 1.
all?
There's not really any cover, and I'm far enough away from it that it's not gonna. Like, it seems to be sticking in the pool.
It does for now, and especially as it's been booming bladed by Seth. It hasn't moved yet.
Yeah.
Although it's not its turn yet, I guess.
Hanging out here
All right.
until such time as it decides to not be there anymore.
Okay.
Yeah,
After
no
you, it's
bonus actions.
Neris.
I'm gonna do the same thing I did before
Yeah. If you use
at
another...
3rd level.
Yes.
Yeah.
Your scorching ray.
Chorus of
Fire.
yes.
All the
All with
fire.
advantage.
All with advantage.
Just I love the chorus of yes.
Yeah, you can do that. Just a note that the pool of acid of venom that was sprayed at you is still prevalent on the floor. So if you end your turn in the acid, you will take damage. So it would be wise to move.
Sure.
But yes.
Okay.
Do
Well,
your attack
first-
first. Yeah. You've just done another
You just
natural
rolled another
23.
nat 20.
Fuck's sake.
23.
Oh
Okay.
boy. Oh buddy.
23 to hit.
So that's one.
Yep, that'll hit. You say if it's a natural. Do you say that
That's
was a natural?
20. No, 23. So it's
23.
17 plus
Yep.
6 to hit.
Yep.
22.
Yep, hits.
Well, I can re-roll any of these. I mean, this is a. Does 18 hit?
18 hits. Yep.
All right.
Are you not rolling with advantage? Are these just the first hit?
Yeah, I guess. Whatever. It's fine. They're hitting. It's doing the thing. Okay, I'm gonna re-roll this one. How many do I have? 4. Right
Yeah,
now.
4.
That-
Third
Four,
level.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Good. This is another 22.
Nice. 4 hits. 8d
4 hits.
damage again.
So that's 4 hits. So yeah. 8d6 damage. Fire damage.
There you
Roll
go. I'm
the
just gonna
dice.
click on the thing. Darling.
Darling, yes.
That is nice. So it's 17, 24,
29
29 plus 3 is
32.
32.
Wow. All right. With that, another head is incinerated
Over
and
halfway.
cauterized. You're down to 3 heads. There are 3 deaths remaining after that blast. So I take it you're going to move out of the
I'm
acid?
gonna move. Yes.
Okay. Where would you like to move?
I guess towards the cover. Is that in acid still? No, it's
Yes.
not.
That's not in acid. Yeah, you're clear there.
Let's do one more
Yeah,
shimmy.
You could get all the way to
I
the
go.
cover, but it's not going to give you any
No.
cover unless you go prone.
No, not next thing because I'm on fire. So I was just gonna say one more shimmy, but there we go. One up.
Yeah,
There we go. It was
got
one up.
you. Gotcha. Very nice.
One up. One. Okay, whatever.
Oh, 1 up. Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay. End of your
Yeah,
turn.
thank you.
It's then the creature's turn. It is the Hydra's turn, with 3 heads remaining. One of them is locked onto Brucon, so it's kind of taken itself out of the equation, which means there's only 2 attacks for the remaining heads, which it will do against Brucon. First one, oh my god, with advantage. That's still only 15. 15. That's a miss. The other head Come on, Hydra. Hail Hydra. Oh, there we go. That's more like it. 19 to hit.
Oh, that is a hit.
That is a hit. All right. 14 points of piercing damage. As you got beard.
Okay.
And it does not move. Does not move, the creature. So, then, top of the round, over to Seth, who is directly behind it at this point.
First use of the Scimitar of Speed.
All right.
For my action, I'm going to cast Booming Blade.
Okay.
9 on the dice, that's 19.
19 hits.
That's 40. That's 3, 10, 13, plus 6, 19, plus 7, 26. And then for bonus action, I'm going to attack again.
Okay. Another head goes.
7 plus 10, so 17.
17 just hits.
And that one just does normal damage. So that's 4 plus 7, 11 more damage.
11 more damage. All right. It is. It's starting to sway. It is not looking. The creature is not looking healthy at all. Are you moving at all?
No, I'll stay there.
Okay. End of your turn. The creature, with one of its remaining heads, the one that isn't holding on to Brucon, the one remaining head that's loose. It's gonna spit. Again, the venom, but this time it's gonna go for the nuisance on its left hand. Well, your left, its right hand side. It's gonna go for Leo. All right. That's a 14.
He's got very stretchy heads.
Oh, sorry, no,
okay.
it's a dex save. Dex save for you, please.
Dex save.
Yes, please.
Okay. Do I spend an inspiration on this? I've not spent it in ages. Let's spend an inspiration on this. Good idea. Good idea for spending inspiration, because that die was a 1. And that die was a 20.
Woo!
What? Bruh.
The rolls tonight, man.
That's wild.
There's
It went
been some
from
fluky
3
rolls tonight, I tell you.
3 to 22.
You'll be also. And
How does
speaking
22?
Of, well, that would succeed. So you only take half damage, and because I rolled 2, you take 1 point of acid damage.
Gamblor.
Oh.
Gamblor.
It helps and it hinders. All right.
Yeah.
So we're down to 2 heads.
You're down to 2 heads. It's now Brucon's
2
turn. Brucon,
heads.
you are still grappled and restrained.
Yeah. If Brucon were to no longer be grappled, would he also no longer be restrained?
Yes. If you remove the head or destroy the brain, you will be free.
Oh, see, I was thinking more to do with the fact that Brucon gets advantage on acrobatics checks to escape being grappled.
Ah,
But I guess that would be the end of
yes.
his turn anyway.
Well,
Would that be
sorry,
the end of his turn, though?
that would be your action. Hang on a minute. Yes, it's so. Yes, you'd have to break through, but obviously you've got disadvantage on it normally. But so it's a straight roll because of the restrained. You have disadvantage on the, I believe.
Yeah, I still think I'm going to go for it. Okay, so a straight roll because the advantage
Oh no,
and disadvantage
I'm
cancel.
actually wrong on that. You don't have disadvantage on it, so you.
Oh,
just
sweet! Well, I roll it.
Yeah.
Oh, then I will 100% roll to acrobatics my way out of this this Hydra's mouth.
Sure.
Oh Jesus! Right, okay. Even with advantage and a healthy bonus, that is still a 14, which I suspect is not enough.
It's not enough, unfortunately. Yes, you're still locked in its jaws. You still have a bonus action.
Yeah. I mean, might as well spend a key point to
sorry.
do patient defense.
Yeah. Sorry, because it's still locked onto you, it could just bite it. It would have bit you again. That's the thing I missed with that. So sorry, so it would have bitten you again, which is because you're locked in its jaws.
on my turn?
No, sorry, on its turn, and I skipped over it because it was grappling you, but can still bite you while it's locked onto you.
Oh right, so this is from a previous combat.
Yes,
okay,
this is from just before. This is from its turn, which I completely forgot about. So it would have had advantage. Oh my god, that's a crit. Okay. So sorry. This might. I hope this doesn't take you unconscious, but if it does, we'll still count the damage because this is my fuck up, and we'll just say it happened a bit out of order. So.
What damage?
The damage from its bite. I don't know if it takes you unconscious.
Okay. Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, let's find out how much.
Let's find out. 22 points of missing damage.
Doesn't take Brucon unconscious. Puts him on 7 hit points.
Whew! Okay, so yeah, everything's back in order. Apologies for that. Carry on. So you've got your bonus action, patient defense.
Okay, well,
was that right?
Bonus action is patient defense to cancel out the advantage it gets on attacking me.
Good, cool. All right. End of your turn. Lair action.
Brucon shouts to Malar, "A little help would be fab."
Yep.
All right. The air in the room gets colder and colder and colder, and it almost like the light fades in the room. What little light there was coming from the ceiling, which you can hear faint cheers and stuff from above. It seems the crowd can get a gauge on what's happening through this shaft at the top. Anyway, as the room gets colder and darker, creatures start appearing out of the walls. One here.
Motherfucker.
Lair action. One there. It's almost like they've been waiting.
Fingers crossed. Oh no.
The ghosts of the warriors that had fallen victim to the Hydra are now, it seems, its thralls. So they get to attack. The shadows out of the darkness. One against Leoberin. Yes. Yes, sorry. Go ahead, Marta.
I'll wait for one more round, but then after I do have to
It's
run.
okay because I don't think this is going to last another round. Hopefully. Fingers crossed. All right, I'll keep it quick. Against Leo.
We're dealing a lot of damage here. I hope is what he means by that.
You are dealing a lot of damage. It has 2 heads left.
Yeah, if you could prioritize the one that Brucon is in, that would be great.
All right, against Leoberin, 17 to hit.
17 hits.
You take 9 points of necrotic damage, and your strength is reduced by 4.
Well, I'm unconscious.
Oh god. And he's unconscious in the acid.
And good. Good.
Everything's fine.
Did you or Brucon take the item?
I did.
Are you stabilized?
I will be at the start of my turn.
Okay.
When I take acid damage from the pool of acid I'm in.
Yes. So
you stabilize whenever you are dying at the start of your turn.
Yes. So he would effectively stabilize, then fail a death save from the acid.
And then stabilize.
Yeah. She would just be permanently like.
God's sake.
All right.
You can take more damage unconscious than you can alive.
Against Neris, it's 23 to hit.
I mean.
Yeah. 8.
Shield.
Oh. Yes, shield.
That only takes you to 21.
Yeah, that increases it by 5. So I'm sorry, I forgot what I rolled. What did I just say? Oh, I said it was 23. So yeah, so shield would not work. Unfortunately, you take 8 points of necrotic damage, and your strength is reduced by 4. Jesus Christ, there are the high rolls on the D4. Okay, yeah, your strength is reduced by 4.
That's just.
What's your strength score at now?
I had 0. No, I had 11. Oh, sorry. I was like 0.
Oh, you mean
I
0
was like,
modifier?
what? I was looking. Yeah, I was looking. I'm like.
Okay, so your
Just at a
strength's
moment,
now
like-
7.
Yeah. D&D Beyond
Yeah.
choose the bonus where you kind of expect to see the actual number, which can be a bit alarming.
Oh no, I didn't want to roll.
And against Brina, fortunately, the creature misses
Fine. Okay. Whatever.
with an 8. So that's something because she's got strength 3, and if her strength was taken to 0, she would die. So that's not good. All right. Anyway, that's them, and that's the lair action. And next, it is Malar.
Okay, Malar would like to move to his left 1 square,
Yep.
and then forward 3 squares.
Yep.
I'm going to burn my last Channel Divinity.
Yes.
Leo, you get 13 points of healing. Brucon, you get 22.
Ooh.
Malar
Action.
is my
bonus action.
co-pilot.
Bonus action, let's slam that spiritual weapon into the head that is holding Brucon.
Yes.
Hell
Do
yeah.
it.
You know, I'm going to go with advantage on this as well.
All right. That's your inspiration, I take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
You're blessed,
18
remember?
plus. Yeah, I've got it. So it's
You got
22 to hit.
Hits.
Cool. So that is. Get it out of the way. 11, 15 plus another 4 is 19 points of force damage.
Yep. 19 points of force damage.
And that is.
Bonus
That's
action.
it. That's turn. That was my bonus action.
Yeah. That is enough damage to
Nice.
destroy that head.
Yes! My man!
It's now
As
Brina's.
Brucon falls down, extracting himself from the head, he shouts to Malar, "Love you, buddy!" as he lands in the water.
All right, it's now Brina's turn. She's got a shadow bearing down on her, but she remembers the item that she was given, the scroll, which she unfurls from the book. She starts muttering the incantation. The Hydra's 1 remaining head looks over to her in shock and surprise. And then it lolls to one side, its head, collapsing into the water. The creature dies.
Yes!
Oh.
And with
I
that-
was kind of expecting it to just explode, just kind of like, and then
Oh god!
just scanners
yes,
just out of completely nowhere.
yes, the scroll of scanners. Yes, it is known.
We still need to get rid of the shadow bastards.
Well,
Yeah.
as the creature falls to one side, the shadows you hear, and they all disappear back into the walls from whence they came.
Yeah!
Yeah, you keep running.
No
You
one's
keep
logical
running!
inertia, baby.
And there is one last surprise, but I need to get a camera. So bear with me 2 seconds.
Yeah, remember you unplugged it.
Yeah. Regretting that decision.
The best thing is he sounds so far away.
Yeah.
Because it's a unidirectional mic, and I was just down there, like nowhere near it. Anyway, I'm back. I'm back. Yes, there we are. With that, yes, the shadows disappear into the wall, and one last surprise, because behind the creature, or behind Seth as well, in fact, in the wall opposite the entrance where you guys came in, runes, these sort of white light runes, are illuminated in the wall. And we hear sliding of stone. A door opens and sunlight. A golden warm light, almost the same as the light that was bathing Malar before you went in, shines forth from there. It appears that is the way out.
Everyone grab a head!
Okay.
Brina is not
most people
looking
got
very
massive-
well at
yeah.
all at this point. With
Yeah,
her.
most people have massive strength bonus negatives going on, but Brucon is completely unaffected by that. So Brucon very happily grabs one and just above his head. I'm guessing the head is larger than Brucon
Yes,
is.
yeah, it would be.
But he's but
It's the one that
so
it was the one
he's-
that was gripping you all that time, and you're like, yes, it's mine now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, Brucon's kind of like, who won? And just exit out of the chamber with his head above him.
So as you stumble, as
My
you one by
strength
one,
isn't impressive, so I'm just gonna try and pick one up. Not, and it's like, everyone take that one Brucon head and let's go.
as you guys one by one start stumbling out of the pit, you note that there is a long, very straight and very mild slope upwards out of this area. And as you walk up it, you emerge in part of the city. There are many buildings around. Nobody seems to notice you at first until you hear a cry of "Ah!" because you're holding Hydra heads. That's not normal. And some of the people stop in the street. There is one figure in a long black trench coat, a dragonborn, it appears, with some black scales, that's leaning up against the building nearest to the exit to the slope. And as you, so the first of you up, Seth and Brucon, would notice this guy first because he's not hiding exactly, but he's looking like he's trying to be incognito. But he looks over, he makes eye contact with you, and as the rest of you all sort of emerge as well, he unfurls the trench coat, and below it you can see what looks like some magnificent bronze breastplate armor. And he says to you all, "Good work. Your reputation precedes you. My name is Balthazar Bolt. I'm commander of the Enforcers. I have a job for you." And that's where we're going to end today's session.
I thought that also, James. Amazing.
What?
A dragon being outside in a trench coat, like there's
three kobolds in a trench coat.
No.
No?
It was when you said he opens the trench coat and reveals, and then there was a tiny pause.
Yes. That was deliberate. It was deliberate. Anyway, that's where we're going to end today's session. We'll be back in 2 weeks' time, schedules allowing, for the next installment. Tune in next week. That's Thursday from 6 p.m. on our YouTube channel for the next episode of The Cage. The Trial of the Seven Deaths, and no one died! I'm actually really surprised with all of those lair actions and everything. You guys, well done. Well fucking done.
I'm surprised being dying in a pool of acid and then not dying.
Yes. Yeah, that was quite a quandary. Anyway, thank you so much for sticking around. Hope you enjoyed today's stream, and we'll be back in 2 weeks' time. Until then, whatever you're doing, take care and stay safe. Bye.
Adios, folks.
Bye.
Bye.